I'm amazed by how close we are to a military action against Iran. It's no defense of Iran. Of course, I'm not a Shiite for the record, but I think it comes with perils that people are not considering or willfully ignoring. And the main one is Iran is not Iraq, or it's not Libya. It's not isolated. It's a central player in BRICS. 90% of Iran's oil exports go to China. It just signed a defense agreement with Russia in January. It has backup. It has big allies that represent the majority of the world's population and the majority of the world's economy and landmass. So the potential for this to become something much, much bigger and unmanageable is real. It's there. I think the downsides are really kind of overwhelming. The president has said repeatedly, we'll do everything we can to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. I think it's a completely reasonable goal. Nobody wants that. But it doesn't mean that it has to happen on Friday. Actually, I'm amazed by how close we are to a military action against Iran. It's no defense of Iran. Of course, I'm not a Shiite for the record, but I think it comes with perils that people are not considering or willfully ignoring. And the main one is Iran is not Iraq, or it's not Libya. It's not isolated. It's a central player in BRICS. 90% of Iran's oil exports go to China. It just signed a defense agreement with Russia in January. It has backup. It has big allies that represent the majority of the world's population and the majority of the world's economy and landmass. So the potential for this to become something much, much bigger and unmanageable is real. It's there. I think the downsides are really kind of overwhelming. The president has said repeatedly, we'll do everything we can to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. I think it's a completely reasonable goal. Nobody wants that. But it doesn't mean that it has to happen on Friday. Actually, I'm amazed by how close we are to.
I had to let that play twice so everyone could hear what Tucker Carlson had to say about the United States of America and what he thought would inevitably happen if the United States chose to invade Iran. And I'm here to tell you that much like the people who follow Tucker Carlson, he was absolutely wrong. And he's not happy about the fact that Donald Trump made him look like a fool. And he's going to do anything in his power. He's going to do anything in his power to trash Donald Trump, make him look bad in an effort to ease the pain or make it seem as if he was right. But he wasn't. Look around you. Look around you. Look around you. They told you it was World War III. They told you the Strait of Hormuz would be the graveyard of the American empire. But look at the scoreboard. You see that? The Jumbotron, look up there. When the Ayatollah tried to choke the world's windpipe by blockading the strait, well, the new Ayatollah, because the old one is dead. He was dead within the first 2 days. He didn't realize he was handing Donald Trump the keys to his kingdom. That blockade didn't starve us. It actually bankrupted them. Today, the oil that used to line the pockets of the regime that hates your way of life, they hate your very existence, they chant death to America every chance they get in the morning before they brush their teeth and eat their Ayatollah flakes. Well, the money that feeds them is being rerouted. Those former Iranian customers, the guys who bought up all that Iranian oil, they're not looking to Tehran anymore. They're looking to the red, white, and blue. We aren't just dominant. We are profitable. We're talking about a shift that has put America in line to harvest trillions of dollars in revenue from the coffers of our number one enemy. This isn't an endless war. It's been like a little bit over a month. This is turning out to be more of an endless payday. And they mad, they mad, they mad, they mad, they mad. But why are they mad? Well, because they were caught up in something I like to call the doomer scam. Where are the prophets of doom now? Oh, Iran is going, they signed a defense pact with Russia, and they signed a defense pact with China. And if we touch Iran, China and Russia, they're going to raise up on us and come down and whoop our ass. And they got hypersonic missiles. Remember all that yin yang people was talking? Remember the drama. Oh my God, China, they're Thanos and they have laser beams and they shoot laser beams out their asshole and they'll destroy America in a conventional war. All that shit. Where are they now? You could talk all day about Tucker Carlson. You could talk all day about Candace Owens. You could talk all day about Nick Fuentes. They spent months spinning webs of hypocrisy, blinded because they were angry at Trump. Well, they were really angry at Israel, but because Trump is an ally to Israel, they became angry at Trump because he moved closer to Israel and cut off access to them because he realized, being a New York City businessman, he understands when someone's just using you or attempting to use you or attempting to fake a friendship or a bond with you for the sole purpose of enriching themselves. Trump understood that, right? So he used them for what they were useful for, and then he dismissed them the way they would do anybody else. They're so angry at Israel that they couldn't even see America's greatness standing right in front of them. They operated in total contradiction, praying for America's downfall, praying for America's retreat, while claiming to love American strength. They were scammed by the same tired conspiracy theories that have been recycled for decades. Go back to the early 2000s. Go back to the 90s, the 80s, even the 70s, and you'll see that this nonsense is nothing more than Iranian and Chinese and Russian propaganda just constantly being recycled and sold to the dummies who have no recollection of history. They were scammed. And you know what the most tragic part of the scam is? The most tragic part of this scam is the most tragic part of every scam. It's that the scammer is never really exposed because the victims are too embarrassed to admit they were fooled. They'd rather stay quiet than admit Trump put belt to ass, eliminated the Ayatollah, and secured the bag for the American worker. Let's sit here and just admit. Can you admit? Are you man or woman enough to admit that they lied to you and everything they told you would happen for the past 10 to 20 years did not manifest? Where is China? Where is Russia? Where is the defense pact? Where is it? Where are these conventional weapons that were going to come out from the buttholes of China and Russia and obliterate the American forces and send us running back to the Pacific Ocean in defeat? Where are they? I want to see them. You've been bothering me for the past 10 years, telling me that I was wrong, I was a liar, I'm a coon, I'm a hypocrite, I'm licking the boots of Trump, all this mess. And I was just like, nah, I'm just using common sense. When you spend 5 times what all these countries spend on military defense combined, there's a good chance that you're going to kick their ass when you put belt to ass. That's like a team bringing in all-stars, spending $500 million on contracts, going way over the salary cap, and losing everything. That's highly unlikely to happen. Even Vegas is going to bet for that team. But where is the Chinese militaristic superiority that these idiots claimed existed? Where's the Russian dominance in military exercises in combat that they claim existed? It's nowhere to be found. These people had all these empty prophecies, just like Iran was making a bunch of empty threats. Watch the behavior of the people they're rooting for, and that will tell you about the lies and false promises of the people that are rooting for them. Look at Iran as a country. They bark at the moon. They make crushing threats while quietly making concessions behind closed doors. It mimics a tragic political pattern we've seen too often in decolonized sectors of Africa. It mimics a pattern we've seen in our own backyard when it comes to the political practices of African Americans. A bunch of talk, a bunch of rhetoric for the masses to cheer, yeah, and celebrate power to the people, while the elites sell the floorboards right from up underneath the people's feet. It's a performance of strength to mask the reality of submission. Black people are the vanguard of the revolution against America. We gonna fight the American government and we gonna get freedom and reparations. Whole time, black folks selling each other out left and right for personal gain. That's the same thing Iran is doing, guys. And if you can't see it, you just a damn fool. Iran is posturing. They talking all that yin yang, as we call it in the hood. But behind closed doors, man, they begging America not to get in that ass. These guys came out today and were like, well, we told America we would stop with the nuclear shit for 5 years, but they were saying that they were never going to stop the nuclear program publicly, saying America had to pay them reparations, and just talking real tough. But then when America's like, nah, we blocking everything, y'all money cut off, man, we told y'all we'd give y'all 5 years. Well, why didn't you say you would concede to 5 years publicly the day you said you would do it? Because they were trying to sell wolf tickets. Because they were trying to posture and make it look like they were in a better position than they were. And you know who told you that they had no cards from day one? Donald Trump. There hasn't been, in my opinion, a single thing that Donald Trump has lied about when it came to the capabilities of Iran since this conflict started. You just didn't want to believe him because you were rooting for Iran and hoping Iran defeated the American military so you would feel better about getting your ass whooped a couple hundred years ago by America. But it was all true. Everything he said was true. They have no cards. They have no military. They can't do anything to us, can't touch us. And we're up on the scoreboard by 150, and they ain't even scored a single point. They launched thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of missiles to kill 14 Americans. And most of that was by accident. Explain it to me. Explain. Don't criticize. Explain to me where I'm lying. You lied. You guys all lied to me. You lied on me. You made me out to be some type of fool who didn't know what he was talking about. And now look, Iran itself is confirming that everything I said was true. There's a proverb that says a dog that barks from a distance is a dog that knows its fence is strong. A dog that barks while retreating is already beaten. Do you even understand what that means? Can you even grasp the gravity of that quote? The global black community, to the skeptics and to the non-believers, don't let the doomer industry profit off of you. Don't let the doomer industry, because it is an industry, don't let the doomer industry convince you that American success is somehow your downfall. The book of Proverbs tells us at the 13th chapter, verse 22, the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. We aren't just witnessing an American military victory. We're witnessing a divine repossession of resources that were never meant for a demonic Islamic regime that hates. It thrives on death. It thrives on war by proxy. It thrives on lies and deceptions. And everything they had has been preordained to come into the possession of America's righteous people. And you're an American, so if you say we're not righteous, then you're not righteous. Are you going to keep shivering in the shadows and being scared of what if? Shuddering or shivering in the corner because a conspiracy theorist got you all scared? Man, they're taking the damn money out of your check. You paying for this military to be as strong as it is. Why don't you have a little faith in it? You should be applauding the performance of our men and women in uniform. Thankful that your taxpayer dollars are going towards building one of the mightiest military machines in the history of this country. What are you mad about? I would feel stupid if they were taking these billions out of my check and then the military go over there and can't do shit. That's what would have pissed me off. We dominated. We dominated 100%. We dominated 100%. You're going to be scared because of a bunch of conspiracy theorists? Or are you going to stand in the light of what actually is and walk out of the darkness of what if and oh man, you don't know? Because if I don't know, you damn sure don't know. You've been wrong about everything and I've been right about everything. Are you going to continue to allow yourself to be victimized or be the victim of embarrassment? Getting scammed by people who know less than you? People like Tucker Carlson and Joe Rogan, their whole stick is that they act like they don't know anything. And then they throw out a bunch of suggestive reasoning and wait for you to walk yourself off a cliff so then later on they could say, well, I never said that. I remember Tucker Carlson calling the IRGC a barbaric regime and they need to be annihilated. I remember Tucker Carlson coming out strongly against Iran in the games that they were playing over in the Middle East. But all of a sudden, he gets on the payroll of a Qatari billionaire and he totally flips the script. He's getting paid to do what he does. You don't get a dime for falling for it and believing it. I'm not falling for anything that some white guy says who's simply a journalist. Journalists are not implicitly smarter than you. They don't automatically know more than you. They have teams of producers who feed them information and they regurgitate the information on camera. That is it. Tucker Carlson probably couldn't even beat you in a quiz about world history. But you're going to let him totally dominate your mind when it comes to predictions of the future. That's why I played that Tucker Carlson clip at the beginning, because he was wrong about every single thing he said about what China would do, about what Russia would do, and about what Iran would do and how difficult it would be. Iran is not Iraq, and they do, and blah, 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 blah. All this shit people talking about. They whooped Iran's ass. America beat the dog crap out of Iran, and it didn't even take them long, and lost about 14 people. Are you going to keep letting yourself be victim to these scams? Or are you going to demand your share? Are you going to put all this nonsense down and start looking to the future? Look into the trillions of dollars that are about to come in this country and make sure that you demand a cut. Because that's where your mind should be right now. I don't give a damn what happens to the Ayatollah lovers over there. Are you going to see that money coming in your direction? And get ready for these trillions of dollars that's about to come and see how much of it you could get. Chevron just announced today that they're hiring thousands of workers. Did you know that? I know for a fact because my friend sent me a link to apply for the job. They must know something that you don't know. They're not listening to Tucker Carlson. They're not listening to dumbass Candace Owens. They're not listening to goofy-ass Megyn Kelly. They're watching the money. Where's the money? And that's why Trump will always be dominant and always be a better source of information than any of the conspiracy theorists, black pill doomers. Because Trump learned one thing a long time ago from his daddy. Follow the money. The money don't lie. They talked all this shit. All this shit. And now ships right now today are leaving the Persian Gulf, headed over here to America to buy American oil. And China's going to eventually break down. And China's already buying American oil because now they're buying Venezuelan oil and we control that. You know, do you ever ask yourself, dang, you know what? Maybe all this conspiracy shit I'm talking ain't even true. Maybe I'm just afraid of power. Maybe I just don't like the way the game is played because I don't know how to play it. I'm telling you right now today how to play the game. Follow the money. Follow the money. Yo son laid up on the damn couch not doing shit. I'll post you the link right now. Let me post y'all the link for this real quick. Because I want y'all to know these Chevron is now hiring. They're hiring operators. They haven't hired operators in the longest time, you know. So I want you guys to have this. Let me copy it. I'm going to put this in the comments for y'all. I tell your lazy ass son laying up on the couch, your daughter too, your uncle begging you for money, your cousins and them, be like, you know what? Stop begging me. Trump done made a way. And damn, this link is too long. Damn. Okay, let me see if I could do the thing where they shorten up the link real quick. But Trump then made a way so that there could be more high-paying, upper middle class, if you smart, jobs. Link. Hold on, I'm shortening this link. You don't believe me, bro? I'm telling you. We sit up and cast doom and gloom, especially African Americans. We so busy trying to scare everybody else, we missing out on opportunities. We so busy. Okay, here we go. Long URL. We so busy trying to scare everybody else, we missing out on opportunities. Do you know how dumb you got to be sitting up worried about what's going on in another country, pretending to care about that, watching opportunities pass you by, and then when the opportunity come and go, you're going to say, well, they don't never do nothing for us. Trump is doing something for you. But I don't know, like, I really don't know how much more he could do for you before, he just says, these people don't want shit. I'm over here blessing their kids and their family. The link is in the damn thing. I'm blessing their kids and their family. And all they want to do, hold on. I'm blessing their kids and their family. And all they want to do is so when you click it, it's going to say leaving Instagram, and it's going to take you to Chevron. And Chevron is hiring for operators, maintenance workers, and different safety specialists and different people now. And this was just announced. Why? Because millions and millions of dollars, billions of dollars in oil are going to be leaving American shores. They need people to help refine that oil before it goes onto those ships and goes to those other countries. I gave it to you. And I don't know, when people talk about spiking gas prices, this is going to make gas prices go down, goofballs, because this is going to ramp up production. You guys don't even understand how the economy works, because you're getting all your information from Candace Owens. You're getting all your information from Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson probably knows how it works, but he makes his money off of pretending not to know. So he can allow people to get up on his show and spew pure lies and let you take yourself over the cliff by believing him. And then later on, he's going to say, well, I never said that. I'm telling you, the person who does this the best, the absolute best is Joe Rogan. He feigns ignorance. He pretends that he doesn't know something that he already knows, so he doesn't have to stand on anything that he says. You can't go back to Joe Rogan and say, oh, well, you said 10 years ago. He's going to be like, I didn't say that. One of my guests brought that up, and I just act like shit I didn't know. That's what they do. That's what they keep doing. Right? No, I'm not. Why am I threatened by them? Kevin Fort Worth, he's threatened by Candace Owens, and I don't know them. They're destroying me in views, ratings, and everything else. What are you talking about? I'm pointing out basic truths to you that they would never admit. Why isn't Tucker Carlson telling you that you can go get a job working for Chevron right now? Why isn't Tucker Carlson giving you this information if he really cares about you and cares about your well-being? Bro, the reality is he doesn't give a damn about your well-being. Let's keep it real. He doesn't give a damn about your well-being. Me, I understand that you guys have families like me. You guys need to take care of those families, and money's tight. And I understand that a lot of you are like, look, man, I'm willing to do the work. Point me in the direction of a place where I can get more money for doing the work. And that's what I'm doing right there. Tiny URL, click it. Chevron is hiring. Chevron is hiring. But our people are just going to criticize, but they never going to point you in the direction of an opportunity. Trump blockades Iran. Iran, the people who buy oil from Iran, they need oil. They don't care who's selling it. They are now headed over to America to buy oil from America, straight up and down. There's no two ways about it. That's just the facts. Y'all so drunk off a conspiracy, you can't even see the facts when they're right in front of your face. Because you've been brainwashed by Democrats to say, oh no, you should let the jobs go over to that other country. For what? Trump bringing the jobs back. Alex Jones is full of shit. Alex Jones lost his fortune for lying about those poor little kids that were killed at Sandy Hook. And then admitted that he was lying. Admitted he knew that it was a lie before he even said it. So all that shows me about Alex Jones is that Alex Jones has the capacity to tell a blatant lie to the people who listen to him, even when he knows it's a lie. If I get up here lying and what I say turns out not to be true, I will make a public announcement. Hey, I was wrong about that. Alex Jones made a lot of money lying, and it finally caught up with his ass because he lied about the wrong thing. Alex Jones, Ms. Berry, 100%. Alex Jones has been totally castrated. There is nothing he can do. He has to play ball. He probably took a bunch of money from the Muslim lobby. You guys look at Israel, right? And you're like, oh, Israel, the Israel lobby, AIPAC. You don't think that they're Islamic lobbies? You don't think Muslims have lobbies? Muslims got trillions of dollars. There's 57 Muslim countries on earth. They got way more money than Israel. Way more. Way more. You don't think they lobbying in the government too? You don't think they're going to podcasts and saying, man, we need y'all to shine Islam in a positive light because we need people to join. You guys could say I'm lying, but the link is in the comments. You can never come up and prove it. I do what Candace would never do. I do what Tucker would never do. I need to start being like them. I need to stop letting people come up to disprove what I'm saying. Because it really doesn't gain you anything, any real value in this social media world. People in this industry, people who watch this stuff, they love being lied to. I've learned that a while back. People who consume that nonsense, they love being lied to. And they get mad at me for telling the truth. They're angry with me. They're angry with me for telling the truth, for waking them up from their sleep, waking them up from their slumber of manipulation and lies. They hate me and call me a coon for telling them the truth. Doing more for them than they daddy ever did before he hit their moms and left. You're a Trump puppet. Is what I'm saying true or not? Is what I'm saying true or not? Is what I'm saying true or not? That's all I know. Tell me I'm lying. Please. Please. 4 weeks ago, Iran is winning. Now, Iran talking about we
I'm
said
amazed by how close we
Iran is
are
saying now,
to a military action against Iran. It's no defense of Iran. Of
we
course, I'm not a
said
Shiite for the record, but I
we
think it comes
said
with
we would
perils that
give
people
up.
are not
Hold on.
considering.
Let me stop that. We said, whoa. Let me not stop sharing that. We got new people in here. Let me play this again. Let me play Tucker Carlson straight up lying and being wrong about what would happen if the United States took action against Iran. This is Tucker, the guy who you guys think knows everything, being absolutely wrong. Play it one more time for him.
I'm amazed by how close we are to a military action against Iran. It's no defense of Iran. Of course, I'm not a Shiite for the record, but I think it comes with perils that people are not considering or willfully ignoring. And the main one is Iran is not Iraq, or it's not Libya. It's not isolated. It's a central player in BRICS. 90% of Iran's oil exports go to China. It just signed a defense agreement with Russia in January. It has backup. It has big allies that represent the majority of the world's population and the majority of the world's economy and landmass.
So where are the big allies? Where's the backup? He said we should not go after Iran because they got China and Russia. They got allies. They got backup, blah, 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 blah. Where are they? Where are they? What's that song, Michael Jackson? Who is it? Or is it like the one song by the Shy Lights? Have you seen them? Because they're nowhere to be found right now. Tucker was wrong. And it's not nothing wrong with being wrong. But understand that Tucker Carlson is not infallible. He was wrong. He overestimated what Russia and China would be willing to do in the name of defending Iran. Because he thought that they would at least fight. They are unwilling to do anything.
So the potential for this to become something much, much bigger and unmanageable is real. It's there. I think the downsides are really kind of overwhelming. The president has said repeatedly, we'll do everything we can to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. I think it's a completely reasonable goal. Nobody wants that. But
So he says keeping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is a totally reasonable goal. And that's what we're doing. Because even now, Iran has just admitted today, word is bond, word to mother, that they were willing to give up their nuclear program for 5 years at the recent talks with J.D. Vance and them boys. America said no dice, minimum 20. And they said, well, we got to go back and talk to the big gay dude who in charge and see if he's willing to do 20. But I thought they were never going to give up anything. That's what I thought. I thought America was going to end up like whatever y'all was talking about with that nonsense. They back up China. China's going to. Now it's being estimated that China is about to pressure Iran to totally give up their nuclear program so that they can continue to buy oil from Iran. What? It's okay. Just be like, Brandon, I was wrong. Tucker Carlson got me. He lied to me, and I believed it. I bought it hook, line, and sinker.
But it doesn't mean that it has to happen on Friday, actually. I'm amazed.
It did have to happen on Friday. And it did happen on Friday. And you want me to tell you the worst part, the part that really hurts me about the whole situation with Iran, is that we lost 14 men and women in uniform. We lost 14, and those lives we cannot get back. But Tucker was predicting World War III. Oh, man, this is going to be the war of the ages. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like no war of the ages to me. It looks like a rout. It looked like they went in, put belt to ass, and that was that. Now Iran is making threats, but they're not making threats at America. They like, yeah, we just going to bomb a bunch of other Muslim countries. like we're going to bomb a bunch of other Muslim countries because we're mad because America's taking our oil and we can't do anything about it. You know what that does, guys? It makes more people go buy from America. Trump put them in the what is it called? He got them in the damn crippler crossface right now. Y'all know what the crippler crossface is? Do y'all know what that is? If you're not an old wrestling fan, you don't know what that is. Chris Benoit, crippler crossface, man. Y'all don't know what that is. That's how he got him right here. This is how they got him right here.
Look out. And look at that.
This America. And that dude looked like he could be from Iran too. This how America got Iran right now. Crippler crossface, man. They don't know what they gonna do. They like, look, we can bomb other Muslim countries, but that's just gonna send more money into the pockets of America. Yeah, 100% is keeping China in check. Donald Trump has totally decapitated China. He's totally decapitated them as far as energy. They can continue to produce. They can continue to be America's #1 trade partner. But they will buy every lick of oil they get on our terms. Now, remember, BRICS, and China is now buying oil with the yuan. Not anymore. Like DMX said, boom, not anymore. Right? This is how this dude. Hey, Trump might have Iran in a worse situation because Trump might take this move and put it on bro nuts, and that's how Trump has China and Iran right now. He got the crippler crossface on their nuts right now, and they don't know what to do. The Strait of Hormuz was never the goal of the war, or was it? Or was it? Because the Strait of Hormuz was not even necessary. We didn't need it to do what we had to do. But since Iran wanted to use it, remember, Iran brought the Strait of Hormuz into the conflict. America wasn't touching Kharg Island. They weren't touching none of those oil refining areas. But what did Iran do? They had no cards to play, so they played the childish, give me my ball back, I'm going home game. We going to cut off everybody from the Strait, which the Strait is international waters. They do not own the Strait of Hormuz. I think 2 miles off of your coastline, that is considered international waters, right? Somebody said the torch rack. That's considered international waters. Iran at this point has bombed. No, clearly, how is this a good move, Turney? Tell me how this is a good move. They're getting absolutely cooked right now. Anyway, let me keep going. So Iran put landmines, sea mines, in international waters to force any boat that goes through the strait to have to come closer to their shore so they could bomb them if they tried to go through the strait, right? So they could hit them with missiles. That is not fair play. You can put all the landmines within your 2 miles of water that you want to. But most ships will just say, okay, and they'll go around that, right? They tried to take international waters and mine international waters to keep the rest of the world from doing trade because they are mad at America. That ain't a move of a powerful government. That's a terrorist move. We're going to kill innocents because we can't win in conventional warfare. That's like somebody going to a boxing match and they can't win, so they shoot up the damn arena. That's not right. None of those people there agreed to combat. It's like the movie The Last Boy Scout. Remember when the dude was running the ball down the field and the mob had bet all that money on him and they said, if y'all don't win, we gonna kill you. And he running down the field and there's that last defender that he know he's not gonna be able to get by, and he pull that gun out of his waist and kill the dude. Boom, boom, boom. That's what Iran does. That is their brand of warfare. It's not real war. It's terrorism. They talk all this shit about their capabilities. They built all these ballistic missiles. Oh, we got these fast attack boats. They got this Navy. Oh, our Navy's so great. Our Air Force is so amazing. Got wiped the fuck out in a couple days. And they resorted to terrorism and holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage. Now, 100%, Jamal, cowards. I would say Muslim extremists are cowards, right? They don't go toe-to-toe like men, right? Because they can't. So they go after innocents, women and children and stuff. They couldn't go toe-to-toe with America, so they attack other Muslim countries who didn't do nothing to them at first. I like what UAE did. I like that UAE came back and hit them right in the nuts. I like that UAE did that to them. Like, you ain't gonna get away with just bombing our shit. I like that. It scared they ass. Now they scared because they like, oh shit, if they start fighting, then the U.S. whooping our ass, we really gonna be outnumbered. 100%. Remember when China unleashed the virus on the world and you got stuck inside for 2 years? Now y'all defending China. That's so funny to me. We got all this sympathy and remorse for all these countries that did just been taking shots at America when America was under Democrat leadership. You're right. Gulf states only want to fight poor villagers. That's okay. Those villagers can get it too. Does being poor make you inherently good? I want to know. Does being poor mean that you're good? Because there's a lot of poor, evil motherfuckers doing all types of evil stuff. Pookie and Ray Ray ain't got no money. They still shooting up the hood. They don't even want money. They just like, look, I just want to kill. I deserve to burn in hell for at least 200 years. Maybe 3. But this is what I'm saying. Trump put on a masterclass. Our people got duped by a bunch of black pill doomers. And now instead of just admitting, dang, you know, I should have kept not listening to Tucker Carlson. See, because you can listen to anybody. But if you don't know how to cipher through, sift through what they're saying to take out what's good and what's bad, or if you don't know how to do your own research, right, then you need to be careful who you listen to. Because people will manipulate you for clicks and views. I could have took this. We got 54 people in here watching, right? I could have took this stream from 54 to about 300 people watching if I would have came here lying to you about Trump and doing black pill. You know how I know? Because I did a stream where I was talking shit about Trump, and guess how many views it got? Like 9,000. It's that simple. It's just me. I just don't like to lie. I don't like to manipulate people. And I don't like to send people away from my streams with misinformation. Because I know that people like to, when they're on the internet, they like to go argue based on what they learn. And I don't want nobody who been on here running off arguing, looking like a fool. Now, if you choose to still go argue against the stuff that I'm saying, that's fine. But at least you know, once you get cooked in that argument by someone who knows what I know you'll at least be able to go back and say, you know what, Brandon said the same shit when I was listening to his channel. I was just being hard-headed. I just didn't want to listen. I wanted to push back when I didn't have no leverage. I wanted to be like Iran, the country I celebrate. I want to keep arguing and trying to debate when I ain't got no cards left. And that's exactly what's going on. The United States is blocking the hell out of Iranian ports. There's nothing they can do. And that's who you were rooting for. It's like you rooting for the Warriors, but Curry's injured. They done. They got no chance. None. You can root for them all you want to, but the likelihood of them winning is very small.
Well, now to the war with Iran. It's in its 7th day of the 2-week ceasefire, and there's still no long-term deal to end the war. However, fresh talks are happening between Israel and Lebanon. The talks come as the United States enforces a blockade to cut off ports in that country.
Here goes the talks. Here go the talks. Fresh talks. This is the talks. Cripple or crossface.
Rubin has the latest from Washington.
This morning, Secretary of State Marco Rubio meeting with officials from Israel and Lebanon aimed at ending ongoing attacks.
So our hope here
Let's go, Rubio.
Process, okay, all of the complexities of this matter are not going to be resolved in the next 6 hours, but we can begin to move forward to create the framework where something can happen.
Even today, Israel keeping up strikes on Iranian-backed Hezbollah militia group targets it says are in Lebanon. Israel and the U.S. deny the current ceasefire with Iran also included Lebanon. Iran and mediator Pakistan say it did. But today, new signs the U.S. and Iran could also be trying to head back to the negotiating table after weekend talks broke down over Iran's uranium enrichment program.
Iran will not have a nuclear weapon, and we're going to get the dust back. We'll get it back either. We'll get it back from them or we'll take it.
A source familiar with the negotiations telling ABC News the U.S. has now proposed a 20-year suspension to Iran's nuclear program, no longer asking for a permanent end. According to the New York Times, Iran countering, offering a 5-year suspension, but no word on a U.S. response. But with no deal struck, the U.S. now blockading Iran. 16 warships blocking Iranian ports in the Persian Gulf. But just 3 making it through the critical Strait of Hormuz today. Those ships not headed to Iranian ports, just transitioning through. Trump saying the effort meant to reopen the strait.
They're really blackmailing the world. We're not going to let that happen.
Now, there are still hundreds of ships stuck in the Persian Gulf. Marine trackers say more than 40 commercial ships have crossed through the strait since the start of the ceasefire. Before the war, 100 passed through every day. Olivia Rubin, ABC News.
Yeah, not anymore. They on their way to America. They on their way to America. Okay, Ant Jones, I want to do a test. I want to test you, Ant. I want to see if you can make a take that is purely secular. Not black, not white, not based on color, race, or nothing. Just purely an observation of what's going on with this situation from just the standpoint of an American.
Wait, hold on. You said
Do it,
not
bro.
black,
Do it. You can
not
do it.
black, not white, and purely secular.
Yeah, because I feel you have great points to make, but I feel like it gets lost in the pro-black stuff.
No. I done jumped off the pro-black bandwagon for a minute now, yo. For like the last maybe year and a half, man. I'm not.
You ain't even got to jump off. Just we talking to a different audience right now.
All right. Okay. Trump got them in the what you call it?
The crippler crossface.
Okay, no, he got what's that move? The Iron Sheik there, man. He got them in the because you a wrestling phenom, so he got them in. He got him in the Iron Sheik, man. You know what I'm saying? Or the figure 4 leg lock, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The camel clutch.
The camel clutch. The camel clutch. He got them in the camel clutch, yeah. But I told you, that's what did I tell you? I said you either gonna have to blockade them or take out Carg Island, man. It's simple mathematics, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't understand. The Negro is undefeated, man. The Negro talking about China. The Negro is the one that propped up China, man. Because the Negro love the cheap goods, man. The Negro don't want to spend good money, you know what I'm saying, so that his or her stuff can last. They like that 99-cent store bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? They love that, man. They love the cheap goods, man. And not knowing that the cheap goods, when you gotta replace the cheap goods every 5 months. No, you wanna buy yourself a nice outfit, man. Buy yourself a nice outfit that's gonna last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be buying the same shit, you know what I'm saying, the same t-shirt every month. Come on, man. The Negro is undefeated, man. You know what I'm saying? He talking about China and Russia. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, man. Like the dude in World War II, what's his name, man? The general, what's his name, yo?
Which one? Oh, Patton?
Yeah, he was like, yo, man, let's take out the Russians one time, man. We done crushed the Germans, man. Let's just take out the Russians one time, man. You know what I'm saying? The Russians is all over the place, man. The Russians, they one time they helping, and the next time they're a detriment, man. You know what I'm saying? They had a saying in the Book of Power with the people that the dude that got executed by the Tsar, whatever. He was running around talking about, they can't even make a good piece of rope in Russia because they try to hang him, and when they try to hang him, the rope broke. He was like, yo, Dev, see what I told you, man? They can't even make a good piece of rope in Russia, man, much as anything else, man. You know what I'm saying? The problem is this, man. China is a bootleg country. Now, I ain't knocking them for what they did 1,000 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Building the Ming Empire and the the Qing dynasty or whatever. Yeah, they did their thing, man. They did their thing, but they are at a fundamental point. They are a bootleg empire. They really
100%.
don't innovate. They really don't innovate. All they do is steal technology and bootleg the shit, man.
They steal
And
IP, intellectual property.
and who loves bootleg more than what? The what?
Black folk.
Who loves
Black folk love bootleg.
Exactly. The Negro loves the bootleg, man.
I had a black dude try to sell me bootleg Forces. I said, bro, I could go buy some. He tried to sell me bootleg Air Forces for $75. I said I could put 25 on top of that and go get them real, brand new.
I mean, we had this conversation probably like six months to a year ago, man. When I said, listen, man, I'd rather go pay an extra $1, extra $5 so I get the quality, man. Because I like to feel good within my clothes. You know what I'm saying? I like to feel good. I like to say, yeah, that's quality. Man. I don't want to be going back to, you know what I'm saying?
Let me read this. China also holds their CEOs accountable. You mean make them disappear if they say anything that goes against the CCP, bro? Come on, man. They literally had Jack Ma. He said they hold their CEOs accountable. Bro, they had Jack Ma in like prison or something. We didn't see bro for like 8 years. And then all of a sudden, bro came out looking whooped like a dog. How do you make a billionaire disappear? That ain't holding nobody accountable. That's straight up manipulation and corruption. Go ahead.
How long did you think been in power? Yeah?
Dude, like 30 years. He's been up there forever.
All right, the minute we try that shit, man, everybody gonna talk about, oh yeah, you a dictator shit, man. But that's the people you rooting for, man. How long Putin been in power since what 2004?
Bro, since I was a little kid, man. That nigga been running shit since
he ain't never getting out of office, man. But these are the people that Negroes love these dictators, man.
And he's controlled by a shadow government that we don't even know the names of. Putin been in power since 1999.
Damn, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's 27 years.
These people talk all this shit and be cheering for dictators, but be in the street march and talk about no kings, no dictators.
No kings and all that.
The world is run by a bunch of dictators while you screaming you don't want a dictator. But when we fight the dictators, we're the bad guys. Like at some point you have to look in the mirror and say, I'm just a sucker for propaganda in general.
That's what they don't understand, but they do understand. But at the same time, remember that time when I was watching one of your streams? You remember that time when you read that? I think you said somebody.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about Rudyard Kipling.
What I'm talking about?
Rudyard Kipling. When I wrote about the Banderlog in the book, The Jungle Book. That one?
No. I was talking about when you said I don't know if you said somebody sent that to you or whatever, but you said you was talking about when the people was like, oh, they was crying about the people at the gates or whatever.
Oh,
the people that was the people that was outside.
Oh yeah,
and then once the invaded army,
if you conquer the enemy within, the enemy at the gate can do you no harm.
Something like that, man. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what these liberals and these Negroes is setting themselves up for, man. They wanna be Africa 4.0, man. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm not saying Africa is fucked up, man. But this is why Africa fell. This is why Africa fell, because Africa thought everybody was his friend, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I smile in your face, you know what I'm saying? I throw you a couple of trinkets or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand the nature of humans, or the nature of your enemy, you know what I'm saying? Or the nature of somebody that you're going against, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come and they're going to talk a good talk, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I told you a long time ago, man, if somebody comes, if a whole bunch, if 2,000 men show up to your shore, and they want to do trade with you, or they want to have a place to stay. If they not bringing no women, you need to send them motherfuckers back, yo.
Man,
You need
listen.
to send them back, man. Because
They're-
you can't, you know what I'm saying? You come in with a whole bunch of long ass dicks. You come in with a whole bunch of motherfucking testosterone. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do, man? That means I gotta give you my women. I gotta
They
give you
don't-
my women, man.
These dudes don't even like women. That's the whole issue. They no longer have the mindset like protect and preserve. And that's part of what I feel like the red pill community was doing. It was undermining men's sense of like dominance and being a protector, because it was like making women like they don't want to be protected and all this stuff, so that men would be more acceptable of just being overrun by other men. And John Adams said it the best. He said that there never was a democracy he said democracy doesn't die, it commits suicide. And that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
All this that our forefathers and ancestors have built, we are trying to give it away because we're angry about something, and 90% of us don't even know we're angry about. There are men out here angry, wishing death upon America because they can't get no coochie. Like, bro, that's a personal issue. But they're looking at their personal problems as like a symptom of like the deterioration or the downfall of America. But it's like, no, bro, you're the one struggling with that. That gives no indications as to the downfall of America. But let me show you this cool ass picture.
Yeah, the figure for the dome, the Cobra clutch.
Not that shit. This right here. This one. This is cool.
We got him, man. And
while y'all over here hating, I'm making comic book pictures of me in Darth Vader suits with Trump as Sidious. This is where you should be. This is what you need to be doing right here. You need to be doubling down in like loyalty to your country. But you want to bend over to get reamed by freaking Arabs, dude. And they will ream you, by the way. You saw that movie, The Kite Runner?
At least I got to say one thing, man. Yo, these white men in America, they not stupid, man. They know they had to invest in their military, man. Might makes right, man. Like the old folks used to say, might makes right, man.
They were 100. This is the fact. They were 1,000% wrong about the outcome of this situation. They literally tried to manifest a victory for Iran through spells that they were casting with their tongues. And Trump obliterated Iran. It wasn't even close. He took on a country with 99 million people and lost 14 soldiers, and half of those was just purely by accident. Iran didn't kill any soldiers, really.
See what the Negro.
I think they killed 6. Go ahead.
See what the Negro and the liberal white women, the liberal white man, and the Negro apologists don't understand. You live in the empire.
Look at you, see me. I'm already on the knee to the Sith
Lord
of the empire.
Man.
You live in the empire, dude. What you gonna do? Fight against the empire?
Yeah, man. But what's the problem? What's the problem, man? You live good, right?
So what's the chick's name in the new movie, Ray whatever, so she could put her vagina on your face? You fucking cuck.
Listen. All I'm saying is, man, you live in the empire, man. You living good, right? Okay, we got some places where, quote unquote, people not living good, but they still living good, because if you live in the Blue Mountains in Appalachia or whatever, and you say, okay, damn, I ain't got access to certain things, but you got a piece of land though.
Man, no, nobody got to be broke. Anybody could fly to anywhere, get a little job, work for 6 months, and get some bang. I know dudes who work at oil refineries in California and live in a whole nother state. They live over in freaking Wyoming. They live over in Idaho. They like, I do 7 days on, 7 days off. They come out for 7 days work, go home for 7 days. There's money in this country, man.
Bro, you got people that don't even need to do that. That's still living good, man. The problem with America, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people is living too good. So they take
so spoiled. They don't got go ahead.
They take it for granted, man. Because I'm saying, okay, let's say you live in a poor dung town you know what I'm saying, somewhere in white America. You gonna tell me, all right, wherever you at, you can't grow no food because you got a
Anywhere.
piece of land.
You can
The-
do whatever you
These
want.
exactly, man. But you know what I'm saying, the Negro don't understand that, man. And the Negro is in a fabulous position, man, because he all over the country. Plus, he has land. A lot of us got land. A lot of us got houses. A lot of us got good jobs. But we say, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with working a certain amount of hours, okay, then that's another aspect for you
You
to
could pick your hours these days, bro. You could go work 4 hours. Man, they got shit in Cali. You go work at Del Taco, they pay you the same day, bro. You go work, get paid. You don't gotta come work unless you're gonna get paid. I put the link in the comments. You know now that Trump has all these countries on their way to buy American oil, right?
yeah.
You know now Chevron is hiring again. They
Yeah, I
hiring
heard about it. I heard
operators,
about it.
maintenance people, safety people, and all that. I just put the link, the hiring link, in the comments. Chevron is hiring now. So tell your bum ass son laid up on the couch, your daughter trying to sell coochie on the side. Tell them to click that link and go over there to Chevron and apply for a job. But that's
Let me
directly caused by Trump because
let
now
me
we're
get
going to start exporting more oil. So now these refineries are going to have to refine more. So now that creates an opportunity for you. Do you see how that works? Go
let
ahead,
me let
man.
me let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, and that's a good point because Trump had this shit planned out. You know what I'm saying, in his first term, like, yo, drill baby drill. He knew what needed to be done, man. You gotta bring back production to America. You gotta bring back manufacturing, man. It's a simple aspect, man. It's just that some people were just too lazy to do it, and they felt like, yo, okay, China, you know what I'm saying, what you call it, what you
Global
call that shit,
economy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, they was trying to do the new world order type dumb shit, man. That's some
People
dumb
used to
shit,
say
man.
they were against the New World Order. Now they all for it. You look, bro. They used to tell me. I remember black folks a couple of months ago. Black people used to say a couple of years ago. Black people used to say that George Soros was bad. Oh no, that's Soros. Now they go vote for people who are 100% funded by George Soros. You can't keep up with Negro reasoning and logic, bro. You
But let me
cannot keep
tell
up with
you,
Negro reasoning and logic.
let me tell you how disingenuous we are as a people, man. Whether we black Americans, black Caribbeans, or continental Africans, man. You know what I'm saying? We are so disingenuous. Look at this, right? The Arab, right? And you said, okay, I don't know if I'm still on that agenda, but you said don't be secular or whatever. But the Arab controls like at least 25 to 30% of each black community across America. Yeah,
Easily. Liquor
wrong and right,
stores, gas
wrong and right.
stations, everything else.
So if you done gave these people control of your community, how are you complaining about, oh, you ain't got a fair shake in America and it's the white man's problem? The white man is a problem. The white man ain't in your community no more. The
Well, look
white
at
man
the
own.
look at the comments. Oh, we got a lot of black hate today. No, this is black love. This is
We
what
got a
black
lot of
men
green.
should. This is how black men should be talking to each other. Tell our own men, get your ass up off the couch complaining, get up and go work. I didn't give you a job recommendation. I didn't give you a job connection. I didn't gave you the facts about Tucker Carlson lying ass so he can't get over on you. What more do you want from me, black man? I'm giving you everything every other group give they people. You think
Bro,
Chinese people sitting up being brainwashed by Tucker Carlson? No, they go to their uncle, their daddy, their grandpa. Grandpa, is this true? Man, don't believe that stupid ass cracker. Come over here and help me make these damn donuts so we can make $1 million this year.
bro, I just gave you the numbers, man. If 25 to 30% of your community is controlled, and I'm not talking about, I'm not even getting into the other 75%. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the Arabs controlling the corner store and controlling certain aspects, man.
But
These are jobs.
but the cold part, Ant, they know that. That's what I'm saying. They be like, why you don't talk about black stuff? Because I got tired of telling black folks I got tired of telling black folks the same shit over and over that we already know. So I just opened my channel up, man. White, blue, green,
right,
whoever could come. Whoever want this info, they can get it, bro. Black folks, it's like in the Bible when it talk about casting your pearls to swine. Some black people like rolling around in the mud and being poor and not having shit. I went to a wedding, bro. I was at a wedding recently. Man, these kids is up in this wedding. They making $200,000 and $300,000 a year. Engineers, engineer managers, mechanical, all this stuff. They black. You got black dudes in their 40s and 30s complaining, rooting for China, but you got black folks in their 20s making $200,000 and $300,000 a year. But guess what? They making all this money so they could pretend like they care about the environment and all this shit because they paychecks is fat, right? But what they're doing is they're selling you out without even realizing it because they're in another income bracket. So they're destroying your income bracket because what they're doing doesn't have impact on their own income bracket. We're literally destroying each other from top to bottom and don't even realize it. We're literally fighting an undeclared civil war within Black America and don't even realize it. I realize it because we ain't on point. We ain't on code. There is no cohesion when it comes to understanding. We all know Arabs are controlling. Go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right, man. This is why I told you I got off the pro-black agenda for the last year and a half, man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason you remember Brother Bakari, right?
Yeah, Brother Bakari. Oh my God. He started attacking me because I supported Trump.
Yeah, we used to talk like, you know what I'm saying, every couple of days, man. Yo, he stopped talking to me because I supported Trump, man. He's talking about, yeah, this, that, and the third, man. I'm like, yo, bro, man, let Trump do his thing, man. But yo, you don't know, yo, all these racist crackers is coming out. He giving a green light to, man, listen, man. Yo,
what racist has done anything to us?
Listen, if the white man wanna buck, let him buck, man. You know what I'm saying? We got contingency plans for that, man. You know what I'm saying? But the white man is just trying to preserve his way of life.
That's it. And really our way of life, because we live here with him. We live here with him. And we ain't about to live up under no dictator. I don't know why black people pretend that they gonna live under communism or a dictatorship. Why black folks be in other countries getting arrested and fighting with people? Like, remember the girl who was a truck driver and she got arrested in Dubai at the rental car place just going off? Black folks act a damn fool in other countries, but want you to believe that they somehow gonna fall under the leadership of people from these countries. It's just a lie. It's a scam. It's a con.
Let's send all these 40 million black Negroes over there to Iran. See how they do, man.
Oh man, there are already African
government. See if they're gonna be in government. See if they're gonna have hold any civil positions. See if they're gonna own any business, man. Let's see how they gonna do, man. We already know the story, man.
There are already ethnically black African people living in Iran. They make up over 2 or 3 million people in the country. They're like 2 or 3% of the population. There's millions of them. Bro, they treat them so damn bad you never even hear about them. You don't even see them on TV or even in a YouTube video. They treat them like dogs.
There is no other country that's ran predominantly by another race or ethnic group besides America that black people can get a fair shake in, man. You can't even get a fair shake in a Latino country, man.
Nope.
And they ain't got no power, man.
Nope. None.
Go to the Dominican Republic, man. You think you're gonna get some type of government job and be head of state or whatever, man?
Hell no.
Yo, these Negroes is delusional, man. Yo, that's why I say, man, yo, the Negro is undefeated, man. The black American Negro, the black Jamaican Negro. Cause you know what I'm saying, I was telling my girl this the other day, man, like, yo, the Jamaicans are just as is Jamaican and the Jamaicans and the black Americans, man, they damn near twins, man. They damn near they damn what what's that when you can't be separated, man? When you twins with when you-
Conjoined.
yeah, man. The Black American they the dumbest of the dumbest, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that in an assaultive way, but ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody more stupid than the Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Besides the Black American, ain't nobody more stupid than the Black American besides the fucking Jamaican, man. Dumb as fuck, yo.
Man, listen. This is just the way it is. And I played the video, and you know what I'll do? I'll reset the room, because if you just came in here, I literally just exposed how Tucker Carlson was so wrong about how things would go in Iran, and how all these black people believed it. They just believed what he said. Now he's been proven to be 100% wrong, right? And black folks, we are unable to let it go. We're unable to understand or accept the fact that bro lied. He was wrong. He's not going to admit he was wrong, but we're clinging on to it. So check this out. We're resetting the room.
I'm amazed by how close we are to a military action against Iran. It's no defense of Iran. Of course, I'm not a Shiite, for the record, but I think it comes with perils that people are not considering or willfully ignoring. And the main one is Iran is not Iraq, or it's not Libya. It's not isolated. It's a central player in BRICS. 90% of Iran's oil exports go to China. It just signed a defense agreement with Russia in January. It has backup. It has big allies that represent the.
They got backup. Where the backup at? Where the Russians and the Chinese? Oh, Iran is a central player in BRICS. I told you guys years ago, BRICS is a toothless dog. I told you that. I told you BRICS is a toothless dog, because right now China is scrambling, trying to figure out where they're going to get oil from. Understand that. They're scrambling, trying to figure out where the hell they're going to get oil from. And I'm telling you right now, they're suffering. Al Jazeera just reported that 10,000 American troops are sitting in the ocean next to Iran. 10,000. They're ready for somebody to do something. To have 10,000 troops in that region just sitting there like we hope something's happening. Black Loki, where are you? I gave you the link. You said you want to come up. Come on up, brother. Come on, Cletus. Come on. But Tucker was wrong. And Tucker should admit he was wrong. But instead of doing that, he's just going to keep doubling down, because you know why? He can always say, well, I never said that the United States wouldn't whoop him up. Oh, Iran is not Iraq. You're right. Iraq put up a better fight. Let's be totally honest. Iraq put up a way better fight. Iran got straight up hoed.
Majority of the world's population and the majority of the world's economy and landmass. So the potential for this to become something much, much bigger and unmanageable is real. It's there. I think the downsides are really kind of overwhelming. The president has said repeatedly, we'll do everything we can to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. I think it's a completely reasonable goal. Nobody wants that. But
so keeping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is a reasonable goal. But that's what Trump's doing. But if we do it, you following the orders of Israel. Listen, guys, listen. Let your brain just sit back, relax, and let this go all over your brain, right? This boy said keeping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is a totally reasonable goal, and he supports it. But when Trump moves to keep Iran from getting a nuke, all of a sudden Trump is doing the bidding of Israel. Then that means, Tucker, you support the bidding of Israel. But not only does Israel not want Iran to get a nuke, other Middle Eastern countries don't want Iran to get a nuke. If they didn't, Russia could have gave them a nuke. China could have gave them a nuke. Pakistan has nukes they could have gave them. I think Egypt has some nuclear weapons they could have gave them. Why does everyone in the Middle East not want Iran to have a nuke? That's not just an Israeli sentiment. That's a sentiment shared by everyone in the Middle East. This guy, Tucker Carlson, is an idiot. He lied to you. He sold you. He fear-mongered you. He black-pilled you. He got you with doomer propaganda ignorance. and he did it for clicks and views, and you fell for it.
Let me make a couple of points, man. Let me make
Go
a couple of points, man. Because like I said, man, the Negro mind is just it doesn't expand beyond the neighborhood, yeah.
And Jones, was the link working for you just fine?
Yeah, just fine, man.
Well,
Yo,
Black
these
Loki
dudes
lying
don't
because he clicked on the link.
these dudes don't want to call that, man. But let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Okay, when you're talking about Iran, right? You know what I'm saying? The problem is, you know what I'm saying, their fundamental ideology, man. If you want to call yourself an Islamic State, you know what I'm saying, that's a fundamental problem. But okay, that's up to the people that's at the negotiating table, or that's at the UN or whatever, man. But I'm a hardliner, yeah. That's why I couldn't be president of the United States. If I was president of the United States, you know what I would do? Let me tell you what I would do, man. I would nuke all their nuclear sites, man. So now you can't go nowhere near that shit, man. I don't want to nuke the population, but I'm gonna nuke every nuclear site, man. Game over.
The radiation gonna kill
Because if
everybody.
you come there, but no, I'm not killing everybody within the population, but I'm gonna nuke every nuclear site, man.
Okay.
So that means you can't come within the site, you know what I'm saying, unless you got a certain amount of protection, and I don't think you're gonna risk that, man. Yo, it's just self-explanatory, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think all right, I know America dropped this atomic bomb, and I haven't done the research to say, okay, is an atomic bomb the same as a nuclear bomb? But okay, America dropped the atomic bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? And the Japanese surrendered, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know the correlation of atomic energy to nuclear energy. But if you think it's that big of a deal, nuke every nuclear site and say, yo, dude, you can't come nowhere near that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, man. Yo, you gotta go with maximum force, man. Now I respect Trump because he's saying he's gonna blockade that shit, and if the blockade don't work, now you gotta take Carg Island, and I wouldn't even try to take Carg Island, man. I would just blow up Carg Island, man.
The nuke is the blockade is definitely working.
Yeah,
Iran
it's
is
working.
crying like a bitch
It's
right
working.
now.
It's working because they ain't got no missile defense systems off the coast, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now you
cooked.
gotta press the yo. This is why
Trump called their bluff. That's what happened. Trump
Exactly.
called their bluff,
Exactly.
and there was nothing they could do about it. They've been talking this shit for decades, and at the end of the day, they were just as weak as everybody thought they were. But Tucker cannot admit that. I put the link in the other chat.
This is the other thing I gotta say, man. I need people to
donate to the stream.
No. Yeah, donate to the stream. I'm gonna send you a little. I'm gonna send you a little thing. You still got Zelle, right?
Yeah,
you still got Zelle, right?
Oh yeah.
You ain't got no Zelle.
I got Zelle.
All right, so I'm gonna throw you a little sign and when I get off, man.
Okay.
But I need these people to like, yo, listen now. I got to respect the military, man. I need y'all people to. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you white. But when you done served, when you done been in some type of environment where they say, okay, if you die, here's your 250,000 life insurance. Who do you want it to go to? I need y'all people to respect that game, man. No, seriously, respect the game, man. Because if you die on the street, in some type of conflict, you know what I'm saying, or some blood encryption or some gang warfare, man, you ain't getting $250,000. All right, $250,000 might not be nothing, man. But I need y'all people to respect the game, man. Because the only thing standing between us and being conquered is the military.
That's it.
Nobody fears these politicians.
They gonna bend
Nobody-
down. They gonna bow to whatever new leadership come in. I promise you. The same
Exactly,
politician
man.
you
Exactly.
listen to pumping you up against Trump, he will bend the knee to China. Many of them already are. Many of them
So
are already doing it.
I need the people in your audience, the people that's listening to under the influence of my voice, to respect the military, man. Cause them boys out there doing what you ain't willing to do, man.
Yeah.
They out there doing what you're not willing to do.
Yeah, they're
They
fighting for you.
They serving on aircraft carriers for 6 months. They on warships. They on submarines. You not willing to do that? You comfortable, man? And who gives you? That's the thing, man. How do you think America be? That's the thing I don't understand with these Negroes, man, and with these liberals, man. How you think America became a world power, man? You think we just said, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, we the big dog now. No, you gotta go out there and fight for that shit, man.
Man, they don't.
And
They don't
you
feel
made
it.
you made a great point earlier, like, yo, yeah, we gonna sharpen this sword every 6 months to a year, man.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? The only reason why we failed in Iran, we didn't fail in the only reason why
You
we
talking about
failed.
Afghanistan because freaking
Yeah,
Barack
yeah.
Obama he
Yeah,
decapitated
that
the
wasn't-
military.
That wasn't a war. That wasn't a
He
war.
defanged the military.
That wasn't a war. That wasn't a war. That wasn't a war. Because you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a historian, if you're a military historian, man, you're gonna look at what Russia did. You're gonna look at what Russia did, and you're gonna say, damn, okay, Russia failed at this, and Russia failed at that. Because that's why Russia failed at Afghanistan. So why would you go into Afghanistan with the same mentality, man? You know what I'm saying? What? I'm not trying to go to Afghanistan Yo, let me tell you something, man. The reason why, and I'm gonna let the other caller speak, man. The reason why these campaigns, besides Vietnam, because we could have won Vietnam, and I really ain't doing no
My
research.
uncle's in Vietnam. He told me we could have won Vietnam easily.
I ain't doing no research on the Korean War, but you know what I'm saying? The reason why we failed in Afghanistan, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't go to Afghanistan to conquer Afghanistan. We went to Afghanistan to tame Afghanistan.
Yeah, to
You know what I'm
eliminate
saying?
the Taliban.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If the Taliban want to step in the mountains, let them step in the mountains, man. We gonna conquer this flat territory, and we gonna hold position, man. When they come out the mountains, then we gonna fight them, man. If they don't come out the mountains, we ain't going up in the mountains, man. America had no business going up in the mountains, you know what I'm saying, to try to fight these dudes, man. Let them, because you got the high ground. You got the high ground, man. So if they got the high ground, let them contain the high ground. But we are in a position to contain the resources or the things that made the country move, man.
No,
I'll let the
100%.
other caller speak, man.
Go ahead, Loki. What up?
Hey guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. I just had
Stop
one
with the damn
question.
British accent. This man got the fake British accent.
It's not fake. This is actually how it sounds. Don't know what you're talking about.
It sounds so bad.
It doesn't. I'm from Westmead.
Man, this sounds horrible. Please. You know your ass is
But
from
anyway,
Cleveland,
my question is, I was wondering, when it comes to the Black American population, how do we fix the people in terms of getting education? Because like we can have people come up here all day and talk about like how bad black people are, but who's being an example? And I was just wondering if like Brandon, I could consider you an example because you make videos, you have your own platform, you have your own business. But in terms of like other people who come up here to speak, like how has this divine revelation changed your perspective? Like how has it changed you to become a better person?
It just really, well, I've been doing research and stuff since I was a kid, right? I grew up studying the Bible and stuff, and I really was a believer. So I went and did research just to make sure that what I was learning was true, right? If you look,
So if
so
you
that it was
started as a
instilled in me.
child, like
Yeah, go ahead.
right. So there's a lot of people who say it's instilled in them, but if it is instilled in you to like become driven and succeed and stuff, like I notice a lot of people, they don't really have an education or anything to really back up what they're saying. And I'm not saying that about you, Brandon, but I'm just saying people in general who want to down the black community, that they're not leading by example. They pretty much are describing what they are living as currently for the status quo.
Hey, man, I studied political science at Harvard while you talking about me, okay?
All right, let me.
I'm not
But no,
talking
wait,
about you.
Ant. I know, Ant. Hold on. So basically, bro, what it all boils down to is being a lover of truth, right? People are going to be interested in whatever they're interested in. And in order to really reach the pinnacle of whatever you're interested in, you're going to have a strong desire for truth. Say you play football and you really love football, right? Well,
Yeah.
you might be a player, but you might not be that good. If a coach comes to you at a certain point, right, you can go through Little League, you can go through high school, even play in college, and you could just not really be that good of a player, but no one ever just comes to you and says, here's the truth, you suck, you can't be a player. Now one day you want to go to the NFL. You go to try out at the NFL, they come up to you, hey bro, you just don't got it. You're just not good at this. It's not something that comes natural to you. You can say now, dude, you can now make a decision. Do I want to keep going in this or do I want to give up? If I keep going, I got to move towards like coaching or development
You
or
have to
something.
come up with
or,
a strategic plan, but
right,
the
or I
problem
gotta
is,
or I
yeah.
gotta choose a new hobby, right? So that's the problem with our people. Our
But the
people
problem
have
with
been,
our people is there are people who speak the same talking points that you're speaking, but they work at a warehouse.
yeah, but
So
that
I'm trying to understand how are
we
they taking what you're teaching them
well,
and applying it to their
well,
lives? Like,
well,
what are they
bro,
doing differently?
well, bro, Mr. Miyagi was a fucking maintenance man at a damn apartment building in Reseda, California. But yet he had all this ancient Chinese knowledge to get Daniel-san to win at the Valley martial arts competition. We have to stop trying to destroy the messenger and attacking the messenger. Truth can come from anywhere. Anywhere. Jesus, what was Jesus? He was a carpenter. That was a lowly occupation in ancient Palestine, bro. But that's where the truth comes from for biblical people. What was Buddha? What did he do? He was a broke ass monk, dude. But the truth comes. So so that's what we do too much. We claim we don't want to listen to the white man, but we only accept truth as coming from people who have been validated by white
listen
people.
to truth. I accept truth, but if the messenger doesn't fit the description, then I'm just not going to.
But what's the
acknowledge
description of the
them.
messenger though?
Someone who leads by example, who has examples in their lives of how they were able to persevere.
I'll give you an example. I went to my family. We went on Thanksgiving. I went over to my family's house. Bunch of damn doctors, lawyers, engineers, all this engineer managers, all that shit. We're arguing about politics. These motherfuckers are voting purely based on emotion. So all their secular training does not come into play when they make decisions politically. They're literally
Right,
telling
but
me
you're defining them
no,
as
this
the
is
same
what they
group of people
but-
who are the blacks who don't do anything, the lazy ones.
But listen, they are an example that just because someone is successful secularly does not mean that they are politically astute and does not mean that they make their decisions based off of logic. Most people who graduate from college are hyper emotional people. Because
And I
why?
agree with
College
that. So
college
I guess I'm saying that
enforces
I
hyper
want you.
emotional reaction. But go ahead.
So I'm saying I just want you to do a better job of explaining that it's not necessarily a lack of intelligence or poverty thing, the decisions that Black people make, but it is essentially a dependency thing rather than.
But I say that all the time. Black people are some of the most intelligent people on earth. You know how I know black people are highly intelligent? Because you can get a black gang member who can barely read, but if he sees a car that he likes, he will go out and get that car within 6 months with a car note, paying the car note, all that. I saw dudes who ain't never had a job in their life go work and work hard because there was something that they wanted. That's a fact. When these new Challengers and Chargers came out, if you're in Europe, you wouldn't know shit about that. You guys got to drive like 4-cylinder cars and shit.
Yeah,
But
we have alternate energy fuel.
yeah, just gay shit. But basically,
Yeah, very gay.
If these dudes wanted these Challengers, these red and green army green Challengers or Chargers, bro, those cars with the scat pack, some of them had the Hellcat, some of them had all this shit in. Some of those cars were up to $93,000. Bro, there were dudes in the hoods driving these cars. I'm like, bro, what you do, sell a bird to get this shit? Nah, bro, I went and got me a job at the warehouse. Went and worked at the warehouse, saved up the $10,000 down payment, and then put that car on payments for $1,000 a month and was really paying that shit, put rims and all. Black people can get anything they want. When you go into a fancy restaurant in America, you see more blacks in there than whites. We can get whatever we want. We just pick and choose
and I
when
totally
we want to
agree with
use
that
this.
sentiment. I agree with that sentiment. I just feel like sometimes when you talk about Black people, you talk about them in a way where it seems like you're discrediting those who are successful and those who have made successful careers and not just been going from job to job.
Well, the blacks who are successful abandon the blacks who are ignorant, who operate emotionally. If you really think about it, when a black person gets money, what's the first thing he do? He get the hell from around hyper emotional black. Well, right, but guess what? He gets a lot of women are emotional, but he gets away from the black woman who has a tendency to be emotional, violent, and sadistic. And he goes for the white girl. She just gonna get mad and go to court and divorce you and take your money. Black men is like, I can handle that. I don't want to deal with the flattening my tires, setting my shit on fire, the theatrics. That's what black men who go for white women are trying to escape. They don't want the theatrical nonsense, the drama. They just say,
understand that, but I guess what I'm saying is people who act like that, for the most part, I don't think they're that politically involved.
No, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Because those are the same women, oh, you need to support the black woman and let's get common. They are, man. They not only are they involved. Bro,
so you think
look at who's watching Baddies,
single
bro.
mother
You know
with
the show,
8 kids.
Bro, do you look at here's the problem. Here's the issue. Even if those women aren't necessarily doing those things, they support black people who do that type of nonsense. I'll give you an example. Look at the show Baddies. You got women making $100,000 a year will not miss an episode of Baddies for nothing. Because our community, Loki, is the only community where no matter how high up you go, you always measure self-worth and value based on how much you connect to ignorance. That's why you got people in the black community who work hard for what they want, but they'll still sit up and defend and apologize for lazy motherfuckers who just don't want to do shit with their life. I'll give you a prime example. I didn't tell nobody this story. Y'all about to get a real story today. When I was getting on the damn plane to leave Houston on Sunday, I got in an argument with that punk ass nigga Eric Benet. You know the singer? Sometimes I cry. That nigga was on the plane with me coming from Houston going to LA. And I said, hey, you need to lay off of Trump. That fool took his headphones out and started like going back and forth with me about Trump. Well, I
but
got
don't you
billions
think that could have been a little bit threatening to him for you to bring politics out of nowhere?
This is America. It's freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want whenever you want to. And Eric
Right,
Benet,
but like, there's also it's no freedom of consequences. If a person wants to get upset with you
he can be
for
upset. I wasn't mad about him getting upset, but he's the one who chose to get on TV bashing the damn president. And I know
so
no
you're
white person's
saying
gonna
if
say it to him.
you choose to get rid of your privacy, then it's okay to be harassed.
I didn't harass him though. He chose to argue with me, and he wasn't like mad at me. We was just going back and forth. He didn't. He could have just said "fuck you," whatever. That dude just was like, he started talking with me. Clearly, Eric Benet wants to talk about politics. And when I said it, I didn't come at him in a threatening way. I was like, man, you need to lay off my boy Trump, man. And he took out his shit. He had a smile on his face, and we started going back and forth. But we weren't like angry at each other. But it was just like, I thought it was hilarious.
I guess where I disagree with you is I don't necessarily believe either side is good. From a logical perspective, I understand what you're talking about, but from a marketing and a buyer-seller perspective, I just feel like you're selling us something that logically we wouldn't necessarily need in terms of black people.
All right, let me get in here, man.
Yeah, no problem.
What's really the problem, bro?
He said
What is this man? What is this man doing wrong?
He doesn't like the way I talk.
No. Let him explain the shit. What exactly
it's nothing
is he
he
doing
did wrong. I didn't like what you were saying. I just think you don't have the credibility.
What don't you like of what I was saying?
Because you're talking about how black people are like this and are like that, and I don't see the difference from you and them, from your thoughts.
Shit.
See, I'm still, but I'm not gonna get bogged down in the confusion with you, man. But let me tell you something.
It's not confusion.
It's the
Let me
difference
tell you
is
something.
the difference is one person is accountable for the way he acts and tries
What
to
is he doing that makes him accountable?
He's accountable by acknowledging what the problems are.
Let me tell you something.
Versus being in denial.
The problem, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right,
No,
let him
me
answer. Let him answer you. Go ahead.
let me speak to this brother, man. How old are you, bro?
I'm 42.
Okay, you 42. You've been on this earth for 8 years less than me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 50 years old, man.
Oh,
bro, we've been through this, man. I don't know what they've been teaching y'all in England.
So what have you done in your 50 years?
That don't matter.
When have you become enlightened?
That don't matter. I can be a bum coming up in here just recovering off of some crack addiction or whatever, man. I'm telling you,
I think it
bro.
does matter, though.
Listen, no. Listen to me, bro. I'm telling you, in these USA of America,
I'm American.
Okay. These United States of America, we've been getting preached to from day one, man.
I know. I was born and raised.
All right. Let me break it down to you, man. We done had Marcus Garvey. We done had what's the dude that Marcus Garvey came here to meet Brandon?
Malcolm X, Booker T. Washington.
No. Booker T. We done had Booker T. Washington. we done had Du Bois.
George Washington Carver.
George Washington Carver wasn't no political figure, man, but he was a very
I thought
great
you were just
inventor.
naming black people.
No, I'm talking about people that was preaching to us.
Yeah.
People that said, this is what you got to do. We had Dr. Amos Wilson.
Shit, we had Martin Luther King.
We had Martin Luther King. We had what's his name? We had Malcolm X. We had Dr. John Henry Clark.
Fact.
We had Dr. William Mackey. We had so many elders that said, yo, listen, black man.
Walter
this is
Williams.
how you get everybody, man. This is how you get to the next stage, man. And Negroes did not listen because Negroes fell for the propaganda. Negroes fell for the propaganda like, yo, somebody's going to come here and save you, man. These Negroes that I'm speaking about said, save yourself. And if you was able to save yourself, you will be able to save Black America, and you will be able to save Black people in the Western world. And not only that, you will have a chance to take over this country, man. Just like how you see the Latinos
Take over
taking
the
over this
country if
country.
people become
We
racially
could
aware.
no. Why did we abort 60 million of our children, man?
Ignorance.
When we could have been a powerful empire, we could have been a powerful aspect in this country, man. There's no logical reason, man.
Well,
And when
let
Go
me
ahead,
say
man,
this.
go ahead.
And so before all those Negroes said it, there was there was Thomas Jefferson, but this was actually put into the Constitution by Benjamin Franklin. And this sums it up in total. These truths we hold to be self-evident, right? These are the things that a man can see just from being a man. These are things that a man can understand just by being created. You don't kill your own kids. A dog know that. An animal know that. That means it's self-evident. Black people have gotten to the point where we literally are going against nature in the name of accomplishing something that we can't even define what it is that we want to accomplish. We've had so many teachers explaining this to us over the years. I don't even fuck with Martin Luther King. But even Martin Luther King says nothing is gained without significant sacrifice, right? And after all these years of our teachers teaching us, we landed at socialism, communism, the government's gonna give us free shit. But then we got all this history. We got all this history that explains to us that this shit don't work. We can go in any textbook on our phones. We can look up the history of China, Russia, under Mao and under Stalin and all that.
But
and
we
can
don't
see
control the curriculum in the schools.
Bro,
and,
we learned all this in school. We even learned, and where we really learned it, where we really learned it was the Bible. But Black folks have rejected every single avenue of education that was helping us get ahead. And now we're talking about we don't know where to go. Black folks, before Black people even got free education,
but that's
before
the problem.
Black people got free education, we knew all this shit. We were doing better economically. Now Black people have an unprecedented access to new information, and we're just getting dumber. That has to do with desire. That ain't got shit to do with access.
That's the problem with. That's
well,
the
actually,
problem
I think
with.
it does have to do with access. Because when it comes to
Hold on, bro. That's
Let him
your
respond,
problem.
Ant. Let him respond, Ant. Let him respond, Ant.
I was going to say, when it comes to other groups, there are companies, there are government entities that invest in giving those people the knowledge, which means those people have community centers that they're going to that help them reap the benefits that they can from the government.
Where do you live in America? Where do you live in America? Because the shit you saying don't even make sense. Black people have all the access. Black people got all the resources. Black people got all the centers, cousins, auntie. Do you ever notice? Do you ever notice that Black people never have a problem finding a county office to get food stamps and welfare when they turn 18?
His argument is fundamentally flawed, man. Because you're talking about, okay, Black people ain't get access to this and access to that, man. Access to education or whatever.
About?
Okay, no, hold on. So if the system is miseducating you, right? If the white system is miseducating you, man, don't you educate your own children?
Yes, but would you say that about the ignorant Black people?
Okay, why are Black people not educating their own children?
According to you, it's simply because of ignorance.
No. I'm not saying according to me because of ignorance. No, it's because of willingness not to do it, man. You know what? Let me tell you something, man. And this is a problem within my family, man. We don't even know our own history, man. Because you know why
we don't want to know. Most of us don't want to know.
You know the reason why we don't know our own history? Because the elder don't tell it to the younger generation, man. I don't care what you went through, man. But if you're gonna pass something on to the next generation, pass it on to the next generation, man. But we are so complacent, man. We got so complacent that we don't even educate our own children, man. I don't even know nothing about my own great grandfather, man.
No, that
What
hey,
kind
that,
of what kind of people is that, man?
that's 100% facts, because there's even people in my family, like my aunt. Her two of her kids, they don't know their daddy. I know who their dad is. They barely know who their dad is, but they don't know nothing about their dad's grandparents, nothing. It's just like a lot of times our women want to erase those chapters out of their life, so they don't even tell you. Like if your granny divorced your granddaddy and she married another dude, you calling the new dude grandpa, but your grandma don't never tell you about your real granddaddy or none of his folks or none of his people. But the biggest issue here is I got educated by the white man, right? I went to school. My daughter is a 4.0 student getting educated by the white man. But there's certain things that I teach her, and there's certain ways that I teach her to apply information, right? But overall, if she takes a test on algebra or calculus or any of that stuff, she's going to get A's, right? What the white man does is give you a foundation so you can learn, so you can know how to learn. What you're being taught is up to you. What you learn is up to you. The white man actually gives you a foundation to go learn on your own. That's why he teaches you how to do research. He teaches you how to cite sources and go hunt through scholarly essays and all that so you can find information. He teaches you how to learn. But to put the onus on the white man like he ain't teaching us, no. He taught you how to learn. And now you can go learn on your own. And I'm not saying black people can't teach you how to learn. Obviously, black folks could teach you how to learn. But he gave you literacy so you can read. He could have left you illiterate like you was on the plantation, and you would have really been the odd man out, and the whole American economy would have just left you behind. He could have made it illegal. He could have kept it being illegal for you to know how to read. And he would have never had to worry about your family members trying to teach you how to read, because your daddy would have said, oh, it don't matter. Reading don't mean shit like we used to do on the plantation, right? But here's the reality. We can't keep blaming other people for what we lack. We have all the information.
No one's blaming other people for what we lack. I'm just saying that you guys are making it a lot more extreme than what it is.
You're telling me that the same education system that educated me is failing other groups of people, other children who are in my same ethnic group. And what I'm telling you is the system has not changed much. Who's failing them is their parents. Because
so, Brandon, do you think a fully minority school, if you took your daughter and you put her in a minority school, you think if you put her in that school, you would be doing better if she was being put in an all-white school?
Well, I'll tell you this.
Or predominantly white.
Let me tell you. Well, let me tell you why I know this is a fact. My daughter, and I live in California. She would be doing better. Hold on, brother. My daughter, one, does not go to a white school. The school my daughter goes to is a majority minority school, but it is viewed as a white school because a large number of whites still go there, right? But my daughter had a falling out with one of her volleyball coaches. So I took her, so she wanted to leave that school. So I took her out of that school and stuck her in my old high school, which is 99% minorities, right? My daughter grades she had a 4.0 at her old school. My daughter went over to this other school for a year. She maintained the same 4.0 and actually told me she enjoyed the engineering classes at the minority school better than the school she left, which is considered a white school. After the coach got fired from that school because he was an asshole, my daughter ended up going back over to her original school, and she still has the same grades. And that proved to me, it was like, no, they're actually pumping more resources into minority schools than white schools. You go to minority schools, it's kind of like you need to get your mic fixed, Vigoda.
Okay, but you're talking about California that's very liberal, or like predominantly most black people live in the South.
Wait. No, it's okay. Let them do it. Let them do it. But what I'm saying is California has one of the worst education systems in the country.
Worse than Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia.
I think Mississippi just passed California up, if I'm not mistaken.
Negro, you know what you're doing, Negro?
So black schools in Mississippi did better than white schools in California.
Okay. Black man, you know what you're doing, black man? You know what you doing, man? You
What am I
you
doing?
saying, you saying it's not the responsibility of black parents to educate their children, man.
The
That's what you're saying,
responsibility.
man. You saying it's the responsibility of
I'm
the
saying
school
it's not the
system, man.
responsibility of what?
You saying it's not the
No, it is
responsibility
the
of black.
responsibility of the school system.
No. It's not a
It's
responsibility of the
responsibility of
school
both.
system, man. Because if the school system is messed up like you say it is, it's the responsibility of the children. Let me tell you something, man. Because I live.
Right. And a
Yo,
lot of
you know
these
what?
single mothers are working two jobs.
That's why I'm not adhering to what y'all Negroes are saying, man. Because the problem
No,
is
what
this,
I'm
man.
telling
The
you is
problem
if
is
you
this, man.
actually
Listen
observe
to
the
me. Listen
behavior
to me.
of the Negroes
Listen to me.
participating.
Listen to me. Listen
Guys,
to me.
Yes, sir.
Listen
I'll
to me.
listen.
it's gotta be,
If
guys. It's
if
gotta be a
if
conversation with two people, not just one person.
all right. Listen. If your mother or your grandmother perfected a dish, right? You know what I'm saying? She makes the best saltfish cakes, or she makes the best fried chicken or whatever.
I was about to say,
You know what I'm
because don't
saying?
no American
No,
eat no saltfish cakes, nigga.
okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing, man. But I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's the responsibility of the parents to pass on the knowledge of the elders, because that's what you're gonna make me cry, man.
I understand it's the
Come on, man.
responsibility of the
So if it's the
humans to pass on
responsibility
the
of the
knowledge
parents,
to the
if the
elders.
so
I'm just
why are they
saying that
not
you can't
passing on the
say and just
knowledge,
use
man?
univariate analysis to blame it on one thing. It's a composite picture.
No,
Listen to
let
me.
him
Listen to
respond.
me.
Let him respond.
Simile
You
and
said,
soliloquy is not
and you
going
said
to
what you
revolt.
said. Let him respond to what you said. Go ahead, Loki.
So I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying that there's a composition. It's not just everyone's ignorant because no one passes on knowledge. Like the composition stems from high crime, poverty, economic targeting.
What?
So do you not believe
Yeah,
that
that's
they
what I was about to say.
economically target us?
I was about to say what?
Nobody is economically targeting black people, bro. Stop with the bullshit.
So how come in corporate America, how
I got you,
come if
Pagoda.
you're
You
in
go
corporate
next.
America, if you have a minority sounding name, you're less likely to get a position or a
Look,
callback over a white
stop it.
sounding name person?
I honestly think I honestly
not.
think people. Well, let me tell you this. This is bullshit because we know that this is a lie because
That's the
Indians.
research.
Hold on, brother.
This nigga was stuck
So
in
Let
because
1995,
me
you
say
man.
guys
this.
don't know because you guys aren't in those fields.
Guys.
You
Don't
stuck in
listen.
1995, man.
Guys, this is a conversation. Don't assume other people don't know stuff. Indians are darker than us, barely speak any English. Hold up, my welcome to 7-Eleven type shit. And their names are like their names are like
darker than no black man, yo.
hold on real quick. Yes, it is. Shit, you was a lie. You are a lie. You ain't been around no Indians then.
Oh, you ain't been around Sudanese? You ain't been around Sudanese
Listen,
people?
you said ain't no Indian darker than stop trying to sidetrack me. But you said ain't no Indian darker than a black man, and there are Indians dark as Sudanese people. I've seen them with my own two eyes right up in LA. Anyway, back to the point I was
That don't
making.
make them black.
They're
That don't make them
Indian.
black.
It doesn't matter because we're basing this off of skin color. Oh, we're black. So and also off of names. So Indians
Well, it's not
have
off of skin color, it's off of culture.
Indians have some of the hardest names to pronounce, bro. Way more ghetto than Bonquisha or Shanae, right?
Right,
They're
but
dark
no
skinned
one's
and
just
they barely
saying
speak
that
English.
they're being prejudiced because of the name. The name identifies the people.
Let me finish. They have names that are hard to pronounce. They are just as black as us, and they have a lot of cultural differences with everybody in America. What we try to attribute to just racism, which is bullshit, a lot of times is more attributed to lack of qualification. Also, the types of things that we major in when we go to school. An Indian could barely know English but get a job as a software developer at Google. Why? Because he's educated, even though he may have other barriers, he knows how to get the job done. Shanae goes to school to major in business or sociology, then wonders why she can't get $150,000 a year job out of college. When we go to school, most of us don't even go for jobs that are high earning jobs or jobs that can get us a place in corporate America. And if we do go to something like accounting or something, those jobs are extremely saturated. On top of that, they require a lot of experience that at that point we don't have. And there are other groups of people who have more people with more experience than we do. That's just the way it is, man. But look at all these black women. You got black women working in all types of jobs. My brother works in aerospace. He never has a problem getting a job. You got my cousin works at TikTok. His wife is a damn engineer manager, bro. They're black as hell. They're not having a problem getting jobs. These are old lies that were propagated and were perpetuated so that we could try to get things like DEI passed and all that nonsense. And then when we got it passed, it didn't even.
See, that's where you get it all wrong.
Okay.
DEI is cancer, if you ask me.
Go ahead, V. Go to
DEI isn't the black community isn't the main recipient of DEI. They're like
no, we know that.
of all.
What I'm telling you, what I'm trying to, okay, we're gonna let me go to speak.
Universities and it's
What I'm telling you is,
hold on, whoa, wait, L. Listen. What I'm trying to tell you is the shit you're saying about black people and their names, keeping them from jobs, that was propaganda spread by white liberal women so that we could join them in fighting for DEI that they benefited from more than we did. Oh, look, if you look at this study, if you got the name Boquisha, you won't get hired. That was never true. They made up lies and misinformation and fake skewed studies to lure us into the fight for DEI. Once we got into the DEI situation, we realized, damn, it was black people getting fired so white women could get hired.
DEI.
No,
The
they
studies
happened
happened
before.
in, like,
They were doing these
2006.
studies in the 90s, bro. Let me go. Go ahead,
Are you
Vigoda.
going to repent to me or?
Go ahead, Vigoda.
Okay, first of all, good evening to you, my friend.
Good evening.
Did you see what I wrote to you in the comments?
No. Just repeat it here. What did you say?
I said that I saw that in your logo, you are going to talk about the war, so I have a lot of stuff to say and to attribute to what you're going to talk about if you're talking about it.
No, go ahead. Knock it out. We could talk about the war because this is just a segue. We talked a lot about the war, but go ahead. What do you have to say about the Iran war?
What I have to say?
Yes, sir.
That, well, it's maybe a lot of stuff I can say. I'm very affected about it from that, unfortunately.
Okay.
And
are you Iranian or
no,
American?
no, but you're getting closer.
You're Russian. You sound Russian.
No, I'm not.
What are you?
You're getting colder.
Are you from Azerbaijan?
I am from Israel.
Israel, my favorite country. How you doing, brother?
I'm okay.
Go ahead, man.
You seriously think that I sound Russian? How lovely.
Listen, you sound like a lot of stuff, but go ahead. What do you have to say?
Somebody said to me that I sound like a British guy, but I don't think that that is true.
You kind of sound like a German if you really want me to try to
German,
pin it down. So you just got an international accent. But so what do you think? Do you think Israel is good or America's bad, or who's on the right side in this situation?
In this war?
Yeah.
That's all. You know, if I'm not going to say dangerous words here to describe who is who, but you know, if you have one side that is unaliving people, you know, in a very disturbing way, unaliving protesters in Iran.
Oh yeah.
You know, in a very disturbed way, and of course, to remind you, they unalive brutally 40,000 protesters in Iran. So that tells you who is who.
No, yeah. I mean,
and you can protest however you want against the government and whatever.
Right. We can protest without threat of getting killed by our government. The Iranian people can't, but somehow people in the West have figured out a way to do mental gymnastics and make that acceptable so that they can live with this idea that Iran is the good guy in this situation. But the good guy doesn't kill 40,000 of his own citizens for protesting.
Yeah, and of
because
course,
the
you know, some of
economy's
them
bad.
they didn't just kill, you know, with on the street. They hunted them. They literally hunted them down to the hospitals.
I heard about that. I did hear about
There
that.
was
They
also a
followed.
case that two nurses that took care of the wounded, the protester wounded, even when the Revolutionary Guard told Revolutionary Guard told them not to. They unalived the nurses, and before that, they raped them.
I heard about that. I have a
Yeah,
lot of
in
friends who
in
are in
general.
Iran who are Persian.
Okay. Well, now you have an Israeli follower as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I mean, you know, the thing is this, Vigoda, this is not, these are not things that Americans don't know. We as Americans know these things are happening, but we have people in America who are so hateful of our government that the enemy can do any. They're so they've been brainwashed into being
Yes, a lot of
anti-Semitic,
brainwashed
right?
liberals, unfortunately.
So anything that Iran does will be excused and it will somehow be put on America. Iran killed 40,000 of their own citizens. How does that make America bad? But if America killed 40,000 citizens, America would be evil. So Iran at this point can do whatever and it will never be credited to them as something negative. But if America does any little thing, slips on a banana peel, oh my God, America is now the great Satan. And there's Americans who hold that sentiment. So what do we do about that? How do we get people from dismissing tragedies, not genocide, but like dismissing like humongous crazy war crimes, human rights violations, just because they want the other side to be victorious?
First of all, you need to educate all the crazy liberals that you have in the States. Unfortunately, you know, I must say you are a fresh breath of air in that term. I've been into a number of panels, and almost in all of them, there is a crazy person saying, you know, crazy leftist. If I'm lucky, it's one of the people that jump in. And if I'm not lucky, it's the host and Amor.
Wow, yeah, the host is gonna be.
Yeah,
he's gonna
I
rip
don't
you
know
down.
why, but in YouTube, there's a lot of crazy leftists from what I saw.
This is everywhere. This is even on TikTok. The reality is, it's just echo chambers. And what it is it doesn't really have to do with facts. It more so has to do with just like revenue. Because even now, when you came up and you said you're Israeli, 35 people dropped off immediately. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to keep believing propaganda. And the reality is, Israel is the United States' #1 ally, which is very necessary since now we just learned that NATO ain't shit. They're not going to help us if we get in trouble. Why American people whose children lay their head in America would defend a regime that chants death to America on a daily basis is beyond me. Why would I cheer for my enemy who wants to kill me? And then go against my ally who wants to help me fight that enemy? It just doesn't make no sense.
You know what some people told me? They asked me why to attack Iran, why the people literally wanted to wait until Iran will have a nuclear weapon. And you know, besides to scream unalive Israel, they also scream unalive America. So after they will nuke us, who do they think that they're going to nuke next? You know, it's that is a gamble. That is an unnecessary gamble to have.
They don't care about that. Tucker Carlson literally admitted, he said himself, keeping Iran from getting a nuclear weapon is a great idea, and he said he supports it. Now, Tucker
Carlson guy is literally getting money from my friend mistaken from Qatar.
Yeah, he's getting paid by a Qatari billionaire. We know that.
He's literally get paid from his money from terrorists, from people that give money to also terrorists. And in general, if you don't know, Qatar literally give money under the table to terrorists. In general, also they practice slavery. Just so you know.
Okay, we got I got my buddy up here. He's a level-headed guy. He is a bit, you know, he speaks on sometimes like he understands what the Iranian perspective. So I just want to let him give his perspective, and then I'll just mediate, and then you guys can kind of talk. So go ahead, Administrator. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, this is kind of like I'm watching RT right now, Fox News. Yeah.
No, they wouldn't let you call up.
Right. I mean, I would say one thing about the protests, Mossad already admitted that like they were a part of that. So like I feel like they kind of like put batteries in a lot of Iranians' backs and got them killed. And honestly, that's not even why we're there anyway. So it doesn't even matter. Plus
Can I ask you a question?
We're killing Iranian citizens anyway. So
can I ask you a question? It was suspected that the FBI was involved in the Capitol riots on January 6th. It said that they were putting batteries in people's backs to get them to riot. Did the United States government slaughter 30,000 or 40,000 people because of that?
No, but I'm not. But what my point is that like we're using it as more like, oh well, Trump should have did it because of all these other reasons, and it's just like that's not the reason he said he took us in there. So,
but the only question I'm asking is this: you said Mossad would put a battery in the backs of protesters in Iran, so people never rioted in history. Listen, in history, people never rioted when the economy was shit. No one ever did that because we know that that's something that happens. But Iran is saying if you are a citizen of Iran and Israelis put a battery in your back to protest against the government because the economy stinks, we as the government have a right to slaughter 40,000 of you.
So what I'm going to do is in response to that, I'm going to use Israel's talking points, and I'm going to say that they were used as human shields because Mossad said that they were amongst the crowd with them.
But if you start shooting at a crowd of people and they're not military, they're going to run away. They're going to run out of the line of fire.
It is what bullets. It is. They shouldn't, they're using them as human shields, just like the Hamas is doing, just like, Hezbollah is doing. That's why Israel's doing what they're doing.
So you're saying Mossad was having an open firefight with IRGC in a crowd of people.
Yeah, so a lot of this was happening in Western Iran, which is not really Persian. It's not really Persian.
No, let them wait. I'm going to come to you.
And it's not Persian like that. So like Mossad and them, they can get other ethnic minorities to cause problems, is what I'm saying.
But all I'm asking you is this. If Mossad was in the crowd, why didn't Iran recover any Mossad agents? If they shot into a crowd of 40,000 that was used as a human shield, which just that idea sounds preposterous, but I'm going to play along with that. If they shot in, hold on. Wait, let me say this. If they shot into a crowd killing 40,000 people, why didn't they recover a single Mossad agent and say, look, this is proof there were Mossad agents there?
You have to look and see if they did. You have to look into that because you think CNN and them are going to blast it. You think Fox News is going to say Mossad agents captured in Iran?
What I know for a fact is based on the history of Iran, if they capture a Mossad agent, they're going to parade that guy through Tehran and put it on every major news outlet in the world so they can prove, hey, look, this is proof that Israelis are sending agents into our country. They never did that, though.
Are you saying that Mossad isn't in Iran?
What I'm saying is, how do you kill 40,000 of your own people and not hit a single Mossad agent?
Do you know how many like police officials in Iran was killed during those protests?
I'm literally asking you a very simple question. How do you kill 40,000 of your own and not hit one Mossad agent?
That's the thing. All we know is that they killed 40,000 people, according to reporting.
But what I'm telling you is
you're trying to establish a fact that we actually can't verify and is actually possible.
No, this has been verified.
No, the 40,000, yeah, you can say that's verified. But what I'm saying is like that they didn't hit anyone from Mossad. Like you act like they're just saying they're just advertising Mossad deaths and captures.
Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. If these people killed 40,000 of their own, and either captured or killed Mossad agents, they would have went immediately to the media and let that be known, bro. Because that would be justification for them saying, look, we captured Mossad agents in the crowd.
Okay.
So
How's your access
we're
to Iranian
justified.
media? What are your Iranian media outlets that you're looking
Bro,
at?
if Iran
figure that
releases
out.
something, Al Jazeera is gonna report it, and then BBC is gonna report it, and then the Turkestan Times is gonna report it. If they have proof that Mossad was in those crowds, they would be sharing
Yeah,
that.
but what I'm trying to tell you is that Mossad said they're in those crowds. They said it. Like you don't need to. We don't need to dig deep. They said it.
No,
So
they
let me-
didn't.
So let
No,
me,
they didn't
yeah,
say it.
you got to give me the evidence that Mossad said that, and then, but you also have to explain to me if Mossad was in those crowds, how did they kill 40,000 of their own, but not kill one agent of Mossad?
Right, but you're just saying because it's not reported that it didn't happen that a Mossad agent hasn't been killed during this whole conflict. Like
What
that's,
I'm saying is, if Iran
it's,
had
for
killed a
me,
Mossad
it's
agent, they would
unlikely
have.
based on everything that's been going on. It's very unlikely that at least one Mossad agent hasn't been put in harm's way during this whole thing.
You gotta accept what I'm asking.
If a Mossad agent will be, if a real Mossad agent,
Right, but you're trying to build upon it. You're trying to use that, which is like kind of non-existent, and you don't know for sure to build upon another point that.
But you're telling me that Mossad
won't be
admitted to
verifiable.
being in. But you're telling me that Mossad admitted to being in the crowd. He's challenged you on that. I'm about to research it myself. So you better be right about that, or your entire argument, as far as that, is built on a lie. But what's your other point? And then we'll let V go to respond.
My main point was that like the 40,000 people dying in Iran is irrelevant to what we're doing out there.
That 40,000 people dying is never irrelevant, brother.
No, it's because that's not why we went in there.
No, but I understand that.
It's
But
it's because of the nuclear weapon. That's why.
Right, so it doesn't matter. So you're just kind of using that just for like oh, this is why we should do it. And let me ask.
An extra.
Let me ask you guys.
All the stuff
have we been?
How they treat their civilians.
Is this 47 years in the making?
Wait a second.
To go there.
Wait a second. This is all
And I
I'll say.
think they should have a nuke at this point.
Hold on, administrator. Hold on.
No, they don't.
Listen, guys. All I'm saying is this: any country that will kill 40,000 of their own people for whatever reason, I don't want them to have a nuke because I know they won't hesitate to kill me. They killed 40,000 taxpayers, bro. They don't care. That shows me they're psychotic.
Okay,
If
we're
an
the only
American-
ones that used it though. Like, so what are you talking about?
You also forgot one big part in all of this.
Pakistan's got nukes.
Also, let me tell you, according to their laws, a woman before they execute their females, before they execute female prisoners, they rape them. Okay, so they will not go to heaven. That's according to their. That's what they do. This is what this crazy regime is doing to female that they are arrested.
But those type of facts don't have any. They don't weigh in on black people's minds. Black people don't care about sadistic behavior. We just care about proving our point. And I'm asking them, give me the source where Mossad admitted they were in the crowds in Iran. And then once we go with that, then we can go to the next point in the next source. We get it.
Yeah,
Y'all don't
you'll
care
have to
about
go to
it.
the New York Times article when they was talking about it last
Okay, I'm
month.
gonna look it up.
But if the Mossad is behind some of those protests,
It's really
then
interesting that you guys
they
are
will
hitting on the
definitely
whole
not be
thing
in
of
the- they will not be in the
whether.
crowds. They will be they will influence maybe somebody in the crowd, but they're
No,
not going
it's
to put
really
themselves in the
interesting that
front.
like you guys
That
are
will be a
claiming you
very
guys are
crazy
like
idea.
you guys know this
The
and
first
that, and
one.
you guys are having trouble with whether Mossad could have been in Iran.
No, I believe Mossad is in Iran.
Right. So what are we stuck on?
But I don't believe that Mossad being in Iran justifies killing 40,000 of your own
No, I'm not
citizens.
saying it justifies it. I'm just saying if you're like not just looking at one side, that's Iran's justification too, that there were not just citizens protesting in the crowds. So then I was saying then you can just use
The overwhelming
Israel's
majority
human
were
shield argument
civilians.
in that there were bad actors and they were amongst regular people using them as human shields.
I don't get, but where were but here's my thing.
How many Iranian police officers and stuff were killed?
There were a
Because why
few
would
who were,
citizens be killing them?
but bro, even
Because
if,
they are oppressing them. That's why they will take their life. And let me remind you, friend,
Okay, tell us.
that some of those so-called Iranian police officers, some of them are just Arab Shia that came from Iraq, that Iran brought from
Yeah,
Iraq.
but you gotta
in order
understand in
to oppress
America,
the
we don't
native
condone
population.
killing police, buddy. So I don't know where you're
okay,
trying to justify
administrator,
that.
administrator.
Bro, if
he
the
has a
police
heavy.
unalive me and oppress me, then It's
Hey,
not a
Brandon,
democracy
Brandon,
there.
Brandon, can you hear me?
So
If the police unalive women for not
Yo,
covering
Brandon,
up,
should we
then,
be unaliving police in America?
everything is on.
guys, hold on. He has a heavy accent, administrator, so you can't really interrupt him, or we don't get to hear what he's saying.
My bad. I heard what he was saying. I guess they
No.
didn't.
Listen, what I say, if you have a so-called police, let's call it for what it is. It's the Revolutionary Guard, okay? It's the Basij. That's what they call them. They call it there, okay?
Are you saying those are the ones that got killed? The Revolutionary Guard?
No, the Revolutionary Guard is supposed to put down the protesters and put down every resistance to the Islamic regime, okay?
Okay, so
And the
I hear
Revolutionary
you.
Guard there is unaliving women because they don't cover up. You had 4 years ago, I think in the 6 or 4 years ago, a big case that a woman that was told to cover up her hair. She refused, and she was unalived on the spot.
Yeah, we get that. Okay, we get
In
how
general,
it goes
it's
there. So what I'm going to say is this: since I'm an American, he's an American. Most viewers are American. We have police officers that kill people for sleeping in their car. Well, we don't still go out and start killing them. So you trying to justify killing police officers just ain't gonna fly.
No, those are not police officers. Those are Revolutionary
soldiers,
Guard
whatever,
that
bro.
oppress the people. It's not a democracy
ROTC,
there.
National Guard, whatever
But
you
I
want to
feel
call
like-
it.
But I feel like
It's
the
an
same thing.
it's an Islamist dictatorship.
I get what, but either way, that is their police force. But I feel like, in a way, what you're accusing him of doing, administrator, you're doing the same thing. In America, it doesn't matter what's happening. There's never going to be an order issued to kill 40,000 American citizens, even if they got a tear gas. Bro, there's tear gas. There's all types of non-lethal ways of putting down protests. Now we have to live in this world where doesn't even exist. The only way to deal with unruly protesters is eradicating them with bullets. You're wrong, administrator, and you know it's wrong to minimize that.
Right, but I'm not trying to. I hear what you're saying. You're right. You're right to say that.
Policeman, it's
Guys,
ridiculous.
one at a time.
It's
guys.
ridiculous.
Administrator,
Okay.
then Vigoda.
Brandon, you're right to say that, but I'm not justifying or saying they're correct. I guess my point is that, like, we don't exactly know why all that happened, especially when it's happening in a lead up to other countries trying to take them out.
But we know that it was unnecessary. What can
Yeah,
you do?
of course
with
it's
real bullets?
Unnecessary.
What can
but
you?
but
I'm
we're trying to hold on. But you guys are trying to paint it like it was simply that some people took to the streets and peacefully protested and got mowed down by
Bro,
machine guns.
even
That
if
did not
people-
happen, bro.
Unless I
It
see
is
video
happening.
footage.
It is.
No, that is
unless-
not what happened.
Unless
Yes,
I
it
see
is.
unless I see video footage of dudes running around with AK-47s in the streets of Iran, which the IRGC has video surveillance, drones, all this shit, where they could have said, because before you do something like that, you got to document that shit with video evidence. Hey, look, whatever enemy force is here, we got civilians, they armed, they're shooting at us, whatever. You don't see any of that, administrator. You see bodies. When you look at the footage that came out, bodies, you got Iranians there will tell you, man, my cousin got shot in the leg, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's just not enough evidence on the side of Iran to justify what they did. And there's no reason why what they did could not have been put down with tear gas, rubber bullets. This is what every other country on earth uses to put down major mass demonstrations bigger than 40,000 people. Look at the protests in Romania when they marched on the parliament building. There was like 100,000 people out there. They didn't kill anybody.
So Brandon,
They used tear gas.
is it false that there were violent actions taken by protesters, including attacks on government buildings?
But what I'm saying. Even if they're doing violent, bro, we had a violent attack on.
And I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just trying to say, like, it's not so squeaky clean like the U.S. media is trying to portray it, man. Like, let's not be naive, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Listen to what I'm saying. There was a violent attack on a federal building right in L.A. a couple months ago. Nobody died, bro. What I'm telling you is, if you have a crowd of violent protesters, they give you less than lethal ammunition. They give you tear gas. They give you all types of shit to deal with those types of people. They get if they're armed with guns, yeah, you can be ordered to. If America could go into Afghanistan and they say don't shoot unless you're shot at, you telling me the IRGC is so weak and inept that they can't put down a crowd of 40,000 protesters? If all else failed, you could have brought in 50,000 soldiers and just said go whoop all their ass and put them in restraints. No, bro, this killing was, in my opinion, an act of desperation by a terrorist regime, bro. The what they did was sadistic. You don't
Yeah, I'm
just
not
kill
saying it's good,
40,000
bro. I'm not
You know, guys,
defending
I want to remind you something
Let's let
important.
me go to get some words in, because me and you know,
Yeah,
we can
listen.
talk all damn day. Go
Listen,
ahead,
guys. First of all, like I said, this regime, the people that they that butchered the protesters, a lot of them were not Iranians; they were Arabs from Iraq. Okay, the Iranian regime brought Arabs from Iraq in order to put down the native population. Okay, because a lot of the native population don't want to unalive their own brethren, and even the minorities, they don't want to do it. So they literally bring one of their proxies outside of Iran. Okay, and to compare the Revolutionary Guard of Iran to a police, it's nuts. For God's
right.
sake.
Any law enforcement, like, yeah, I guess ICE. We
That's
can
not
say
law
ICE.
enforcement. That's
We can say
that's
ICE because
Islamist.
hold on. We can
That's a
say
crazy
ICE
Islamist.
because ICE isn't controlled by the president.
ICE.
But we can compare it to
come on,
ICE.
they're not
No one's
ICE, for
shooting
God's
ICE.
sake.
Okay.
You have even child soldiers right now. You know that they're literally recruiting kids in their 12 and 11 to their ranks because they because people don't want to do what they do.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm not saying what they
This
did
is
was
not
right.
policemen. This is
It's wrong. It's wrong to kill
of course,
40,000
it's sick.
people. But 40,000 people did not die simply because they all had just simple signs in the streets.
Yes, they are. They literally got gunned
Dude,
down.
see,
from
like, where are
point
you from,
blank.
bro? Where are you
Maybe it's
from?
not easy for you to understand this, but that is the reality over here or there.
Where
I
are you
mean,
from?
I'm from Israel. Shalom.
Right, fucking knew it. Yeah, see, like you
No,
sound like
don't do
everybody
that.
else.
Don't do that.
No,
because
because it's tired.
There
They
are
don't have.
even no. Listen,
This
there
is
are even
Hasbara, bro. Like, that's all it is.
Listen, there are even Arab middle outlets who are reporting the same thing, bro. Don't do the FBA shit.
No,
where you
because
just
he
discredit
doesn't want room for nuance, and I see why, bro. Like,
No,
because
I
he's
mean,
fucking
we're-
Israeli, bro.
There's gonna be room for nuance.
He
Yes,
wants
I'm
us
Israeli.
to
It's
think
your
that.
bottom of this
Hold
body.
on, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, hold on. There's gonna be room for nuance because this is my show. So I'm gonna come in with but what about this? But what about that? But the thing is, you can't be like, you're Israeli, so what you're saying? I believe 40,000 people were killed. You believe 40,000 were killed. He believes 40,000 were killed. Now we're arguing about why they were killed. My position is there should not be 40,000 people killed. Yours is like, we don't know enough details, but you're also saying, but that still doesn't mean 40,000 should be killed. And he's trying to give you like the more extremist things that they're doing. Now, I don't know if any of that shit is true, but what I'm saying is that's what he's is closer to the situation than we are, and that's what he said. But he's just giving us information to then go research. You're being
feel you,
dismissive
Brandon.
of him because he's from Israel.
I'm not being dismissive. It's just that while he's saying what he's saying, if we start talking about Israel, he'll start justifying why they'll kill 40,000 people.
But has Israel killed 40,000 people?
Dude, really?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
They just bombed an entire city.
No, what city you're
Beirut.
talking about right now?
You guys just bombed Beirut 100 times in 10 minutes.
Lebanon
And there are
attacked us,
videos
when
of
you're
little
in a
girls
war with
walking down the
somebody,
street
they
and trying to
have
run
to
into a
smack them
building.
in the
Okay,
capital.
wait.
You know.
Administrators say, hey, you just bombed Beirut. Now I want you to go to the response.
I can respond to him.
Go ahead.
Human shields.
First of all, the area that we bombed in Beirut belongs to the Hezbollah, okay? And again, Lebanon is at war with us. They attacked us. They sent nukes. They sent missiles into our cities. I literally, more than a month, had to be next to a shelter, okay? And there are still people in the north that are suffering because of the missiles from the Hezbollah, okay? And we cannot have this anymore.
Right. So, Brandon,
okay, so he
you know
says,
where I
so
stand
he-
on Israel.
so-
I actually
wait.
think Israel's going to do what they got to do. I'm not totally against y'all. It's whatever, right? But
So wait,
You know, I want to imagine. I want
Brandon,
you to
I'm just gonna
imagine for a
ask you, can you
second
pull up
if
the
you had
video
from
of the
Cuba
skyline?
missiles to where
guys,
you live.
hold on, guys.
Just
you can't
imagine.
talk at this.
Imagine.
Vigoda, hold on.
just pull
You
up the
got-
video of the
okay.
Beirut skyline. tell me
Ba-
that's all Hezbollah, bro. Like, come on.
Okay,
What?
video of the Beirut skyline. Okay, I'll do
After
it.
getting bombed.
Getting bombed. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm pulling it up.
You know, in the end of the day, we are at war with Lebanon, so that is the.
You're at
so,
war with
you know,
Hezbollah,
you're
not
back to
Lebanon.
the
That's what you
capital.
guys
That's their
say.
problem. They shouldn't have started the war with us.
No, you guys are not at war with Lebanon. It's Hezbollah. Isn't that right?
And what is Hezbollah? Hezbollah is a part of the government in Lebanon.
Well, you guys tell
Hezbollah
us
is
it's just
literally controlling
Hezbollah.
Lebanon. Hezbollah is puppeteering Lebanon.
Well, your officials say one
Hezbollah
thing.
is
Then.
the ruling force in Lebanon, like it or not.
Administrator. I don't think it
Okay.
really matters.
The government in Lebanon are nothing more than clowns, and
You
Hezbollah
see
is
how
the
they
one
have
that- the one
justification,
that
but
is
then if
really in
Iran does
power,
something,
you know.
there's zero nuance. That's all. That's my whole point.
What?
My whole point is that when it comes to Iran, zero nuance. These people were just stepping outside to put up a sign and they got fucking nuked. That's what you want us to believe. But Israel is all this and
That
that.
is the fact, buddy. Iran is it's not the, this is not the only time that they butcher the population in order to keep the regime going.
Let me ask you a question. What's your problem, man?
What?
No,
That's the
not you, V. Not you, V. I'm talking to the Black American Negro, man. What's your problem, man?
Mr. Yonkers, like I was just saying,
What's your
if you
problem?
listen
Man?
to the conversation,
What's your problem?
That's
must
not
you
a
call him
question.
Negro?
That's an empty.
that's rhetorical, yeah.
Yeah.
No. We got to be real. No, we got to be real, man. Yo, you stop sugarcoating the shit, Brandon, because you want viewers, man. What's your problem, bro?
You're not
Bro,
calling
what's your
him Negro.
problem, man? What's your problem, bro?
Is that I smelt this dude's bias because of how he was
What's
offering.
bias? What's bias?
Absolutely, he was
What's
trying to
your
keep
problem, man?
Brandon away from any nuance on that
I'm
protester
asking you a
situation.
question. I'm asking you a question.
So I flipped
What's
it on
your
Israel,
problem?
and now he's got all kinds of
What's
soliloquies.
your problem? No, I'm asking you, what's your problem, man?
With what? You have to like specify, bro.
I ask you, what's your problem, man? What's your problem? What America's doing, man? What's your problem?
My
What is
problem
your
is that
problem with
we
your
don't
problem?
need to be in it. They can have a coalition in the Middle East and take care of that.
Yo, Negro,
shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Iran does not have nukes, so these other countries can go in there.
Keep it respectful.
No, you let this dude.
I'm just trying to answer the
Hold on,
question he's
Ant.
asking.
Let him answer your question,
So
man.
you
He
want
can't inter-
you know what? I'm going to shut up.
let this man answer the question. Ant,
What I'm
go
saying
ahead.
is Iran does not have nukes at this point. So it doesn't take America to go in there. Other countries can get together and do that. Those with more
They
skin in
don't
the
want
game.
to. But they
Right.
don't
So
want to.
then let Iran be.
No, hell no. You
Why
you
would you
have
let
a-
Iran
About
Can I
the
respond
benefits of
now?
you
Guys,
can I respond
Let's
now?
talk about the
Can I
benefits in our
respond
voice.
now?
I want to
Can I
remind you all
respond?
about the benefits.
Hold
about
on.
this, okay?
Guys, hold on, man. Go ahead, Ant
Listen.
Jones. You got 1 minute. Respond. 1 minute. Go.
Yo, this the typical Negro, man. Yo, you ain't doing motherfucking shit, man. You ain't been doing nothing.
Stop cursing.
You ain't doing nothing, and you ain't been doing nothing, and you ain't gonna do nothing, man. What are you talking about? Yo, let Iran be, man. Yo, we take whoever we want to war, man. That's what the empire does, man.
Somebody said,
Stay your ass on the fucking sidelines and keep quiet, man.
Keep standing next to you.
Relax.
Why are you so
'Cause you
aggressive?
That's your 1 minute. That's
Yeah,
your 1
bro,
minute.
he's like
That's-
not saying anything. You
that's
see how
the
he
1 minute.
offered nothing?
I
He's
can say
basically-
something
he's
now.
basically-
You see how he
I want
offered
to tell
nothing?
you the benefits
Audience.
of attacking Iran.
Hold on.
You
You go to. So basically, he's saying Big Bang Tay, Little Bang, bro. You can't do shit about it. So why even complain? Go ahead, Vigoda, and then it's going to you. 1 minute, Vigoda, because we got to get y'all on 1 minute.
First of all, okay, I can talk now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the benefits your benefits of attacking Iran. First of all, if you attack Iran, you're hurting Russia. Okay, the Russians, like are buddies with Iran in terms of economics. Some of their drones they get from Iran and more. Okay, if you take out the Iranian regime and Iran basically, then the Russians will be way more weaker, and then the war with Ukraine will be, you have more chance of ending the war with Ukraine to the favor of Ukraine, of course. Okay, that's one. Second, Iran have businesses with China in terms of giving them oil. Okay, so you are taking out one of the oils, the countries that gave them oil. So they will not be able, let's say it like this, they will less people to take oil from. Okay, so let's say that they now will have a war with. Let's say that we now will have a war with in China with the. Let's say it like this: if there will be a war in China against Taiwan, then they will have unless they will not have another country to get resources and oil from if you take out Iran. So the Chinese in advance will not.
If who takes out these countries? Who do you want to take out these countries?
I'm saying if you take out the regime in Iran, then you hurt Russia and China. Okay. The chances of a war between China and Taiwan will go down a little bit. In the current war between Russia and Ukraine, it will weaken Russia. Okay.
See, that's what you don't understand.
What is the plan for
about a
I know what I'm talking about.
People like the Chinese.
Let him go. He got wait. He has 20 more seconds. Go. You got a minute. Go ahead.
Okay.
You got 13 seconds.
Okay. And also, of course, Iran was behind one of the attempts of unaliving your president, and also through their bodies in South America, they pump, the stuff that people put in their noses into your cities. What's the name of that country that your president took out?
Venezuela.
Venezuela?
Yeah. Okay. Time's
Venezuela,
up. Respond, administrator.
Okay.
You got a minute. You got a minute and 30 seconds. No interruptions.
So we got, someone who's not an American saying what we should be doing with other countries, and that's going to be for their benefit.
But you're not an Israeli, and you're saying what they should be doing with other countries.
No, what I'm saying is they're gonna let me give you, homie, my position on Israel. I don't have anything against them. The history is deep, and you guys are gonna do what you're gonna do, just like China's gonna do what they're gonna do with Taiwan eventually, at some point, by any means. So I low key respect it, but just don't act like you guys are like little innocent little puppies. Is all I'm saying with that. So
nobody said America was some innocent puppy.
Yeah, no one's talking to you, so I can see why you're saying that.
Give him his chance. Go ahead, keep going, administrator. You got 43 seconds left.
Yeah, man. So it's like other countries need nukes to balance things out. What I'm saying is America, we ain't got to be running after every little fucking boogeyman, bro. I understand the economic global balance that we need, but bro, it ain't gotta be us. France is begging to be the one in the middle of the Ukraine-Russia shit. Let Europe handle that. Let the Middle East that we have been puppeteering into wealth handle Iran, and let China handle Asia. And we're gonna handle North and South America in our backyard, bro. That's all it needs to be. Give some more nukes out, and everybody's gonna chill out.
This Negro.
You got 1 minute. Do not say Negro and don't be cussing, because you got me demonetized already. I'm waiting on my Zelle payment. All right, go.
So wait. Dinah said we can't say nigga, and now you say we can't say Negro.
You could say you had the opportunity to say Negro, but you didn't effort and everything else. Man. You done. You
this dude part of the empire, man. Shut your motherfucking bitch ass mouth up, man.
What the hell?
Shut your mouth up, man.
You can't be cursing like that.
Shut your mouth up, man. You live in the empire,
you cannot
man.
curse like that.
You live in the empire, man.
Give him his time.
Give him his time. You live under the empire, man. You don't like what we doing. You don't like the hegemony that we portray, man. Get your ass the flip out of here, man.
Yeah, when you don't pay taxes, you don't give a fuck.
I'm tired of you puss ass Negroes.
We need to cut off SSI. That's what we need to do.
Why must you be a pussy Negro?
Let me tell you something.
Public schools don't warn us when these niggas get out of school.
Wait, guys.
Hold on, man.
You got 30. You got 5 seconds.
Y'all ain't been doing nothing, and y'all ain't gonna do nothing, man. That's why the Negro's in the position that he in, man.
But you haven't been doing nothing either.
Hey, L, chill, L. You coming up next? Chill. Go ahead,
Y'all
Ant
ain't
Jones.
been
10
doing
seconds.
nothing. Y'all ain't been doing nothing in America, man. Fall the flip back, man. Recognize power when you see power, man. Fall the flip back, man.
Time's
You
up. Time's
punk
up.
ass Negroes.
Time's up. And
I don't
damn, bro.
understand how you call people
L,
punk and you
L.
act like submissive.
You want to waste your 1 minute going back at him, or you want to make your point?
No, I don't
1
want to
minute
talk to him.
1 minute starting now.
Okay, so I guess what I am saying is, brother administrator, you have to look from the perspective of a American citizen. He's right, you can't do anything about it, but we are already in Israel. So going back in the past and trying to figure out the way to not be involved in the war, there's no possibility for that. So what you're going to need to do is just let everything rock out the way it's rocking out, put money in your 401k, and when that war's over, you're going to go up 10, 15K.
Rich.
I'm just saying that. Let me just rebut to that because he addressed me directly. Let me just say that I think Israel is strong enough and capable enough to start
Who cares if it's strong
making. So
enough
hold
or
on, to
capable
start
enough?
making
If
some
we can
real
give
inroads.
support,
Shut the
we
fuck
are
up.
part of the deal.
He technically
Bro.
he technically could interrupt you because you're within his 1 minute.
And what I'm just saying is that I think Israel's capable enough, and their people, the Jewish people, are capable enough to make the Middle East region happen. And we've supplied them enough to, I feel like, we don't need to be so involved where we need to be asking for $1.5 trillion for the goddamn army, bro. Like,
Right,
that's all I'm
regardless, it's
saying.
happening.
And I say that because I
Regardless,
am an American citizen and I see the money
I'm an
coming out of
American
what I
citizen
work
too.
for going towards that shit, bro. That's all I'm saying.
But
Yeah, I'm an American citizen too, but all I'm
I
We
saying
can
cannot
is,
empower our puppets. We can empower our puppets to start standing on their own, bro. Like, and that's what Trump's trying
I'm
to
not your
do
puppet, buddy.
with Europe.
okay, regardless, what I'm saying is, how are we
Gentlemen,
going to have us?
hold on, gentlemen, listen.
Trump's trying to get
I'm
y'all
gonna-
off the tit.
Hold on, gentlemen. Administrator, you're gonna have 15 seconds to make your last point with him. I'm gonna give him 30 seconds to respond, and we're gonna move on to P Sizzle. Go ahead, Administrator. What's the point you
All I'm
make?
saying is that people that actually aren't Americans on here, they're gonna say whatever to get America to do things that benefits them and where they come from and shit. So whatever, bro. Like the people that aren't from America, they'd hate for us to isolate, bro, and just worry about ourselves.
That's true.
Negro, you
Go,
cuss.
no.
When I
Ant,
can
Ant.
respond to all
Go
of
ahead,
this?
L. Go ahead, L.
So first of all, for your information, I'm 100% American, born and raised, Black American.
With a fake British
Well, you're
accent.
representing non-Americans right now, so
Hold on.
Okay, well, you were responding to you were rebutting, weren't you?
Yeah, let go, L. Go. You got 30 seconds.
You were
bro.
rebutting me.
Yes. And you're
Okay, well,
responding
I'm
to
just
him.
saying he deflected from my point. My point is, if we are not involved, we don't have a seat at the table when it comes to creating deals and creating economic prosperity, exploitation, however you want to see it. But regardless, you're not factoring for that. We're already there. We might as well just continue to help Israel. And as long as we're helping Israel, we'll have a seat at the table for the economic benefits and be able to help design that region in terms of growth and prosperity.
Okay, time.
While getting paid for it.
Time.
Which is good for our country.
it's getting privatized, bro. We're
Now
not gonna benefit.
it's okay. It's P Sizzle's chance. If P
Shut
Sizzle
your
go,
ass up, man.
hey, come on, Ant. Stop, Ant. Come on, man. Send my Zelle
Shut
payment.
your
You
ass
didn't got
up,
my
you
shit
pussy boy.
demonetized. Hey, but listen, go ahead, P Sizzle. You got 1 minute. If P Sizzle gets interrupted, his 1 minute starts over. Also, if he goes at anybody, they get a 30-second chance. They get 30 seconds to respond to him after he's done. So if he mentions you, don't just jump in. Wait till he's done, and then I'll give you 30 seconds to respond. So you should be thinking about delivering what you want to say
When I can
in a
talk?
concise manner. Yeah, you will, Vigo. You're coming up after P Sizzle. Go ahead, P Sizzle.
Appreciate it, Brandon. Great show as always. Where I do agree with, I don't know his name. He talked like two speakers before me. I do agree that 1.5 trillion is insane. And even as a Trump supporter, I think it's very bad the shape our economy is in, the amount of fraud that he's trying to find, but no one's getting prosecuted, illegal aliens that should be deported, but they're not getting deported. And I'm an Indian. I know personally he keeps talking about H-1B visas, but all I see are all the tech jobs going to my people instead of my friends who are born in this country. And coming to Iran, just look at Gaddafi. It's never good to remove a country's self sovereignty, self governance when it comes to its energy assets. That's pretty much what we're doing in Iran, what we did in Venezuela. And as an American, long term, I know I'll be happy with this decision just because of low gas prices, low petroleum prices at the pump. But short term and medium term, it looks very bad. It brings back colonialism. It sets a very bad rhetoric. And just think about the midterms. We're going to lose all the midterm seats that are up for re-election. And ultimately, Trump's going to be a lame duck.
Colonialism 2.0, man. Stop.
He's going to be a lame duck.
Time is up. 10 seconds. Wrap it up.
Basically, my point is Trump's going to be a lame duck second president, and we're going to be back with the Democrats fucking up the country by 2028 if we continue down this road.
You got your bread. You got your bread, bro. I sent you $20. You got your bread.
I'll check.
That was always the plan. I don't.
So I can respond.
That was always the plan.
Okay,
guys, gentlemen, gentlemen, this will
literally
go
1 in the morning for me, so
guys,
I'm not going to be here anyway for much longer.
Chill, bro.
Stuff up.
Go ahead, Vigoda. Go ahead. You got a minute.
First of all, about the stuff that one of you said, after they are going to have a nuke, a nuclear bomb in order to shoot us with it, okay? And after that, they will shoot, the second one that they will shoot at you. So if I were you, I would not want to get a nuclear bomb in your, west, in the west coast of the USA. Okay, I would not want to have a bomb landed in Los Angeles. Of course, maybe maybe they will not do it, but that's a very dangerous gamble. Why you need to take that gamble? Why you need to wait for them to have a bomb in order to do something? Why? Okay, and
shout out to the Israelis and the Mossad, yo. Shout out to y'all, man.
Thank you.
Stay safe out there. Don't spit on Christians.
In terms of stuff that you can that will benefit you in terms of economics, after the regime will be changed, then you can get it into Iran with your companies and get the resources there. And of course, let's talk about the top of it, the interest into the Persian Gulf. If you can Trump is literally saying that you are going to take it, the islands that control the interest to there. If you will control the access to the Persian Gulf, then, like I said, then the chances of China doing war with Taiwan will go down, and you will have a very big ace up your sleeve. And all the stuff with the colonialism, bullshit. Stop with that.
Thank you, man.
Nonsense.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Okay, and also, to remind you, Iran is also have so-called colonialism. In the past, she was an empire, if you know history. In general, Iran, Turkey, a lot of those countries that are seen as poor and oppressed, they have history of colonialism and imperialism as well. Okay, enough of this all PC nonsense.
Are you guys going to work on Turkey after Iran?
Being afraid to look like a colonialism.
You got 10 seconds.
That's what I said.
You got
I'm going to sleep soon, so probably maybe I will say something more, and then I will finish.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna make this one clean. We're gonna go around one more time, so that means it should only be about 4 minutes before we get back to Vigoda. He has to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. So, administrator, go ahead. Use your 1 minute wisely. And I ain't seeing no Zelle payment from you, bro. Stop lying on the internet, bro. Talking about you sent me a Zelle. But all right, let's go, Ant. Let's go, administrator.
But anyway, man, just bro,
check your shit again, man. Check it again, man. I sent you $20 through Zelle.
He just sent it, bro. Check it.
I'm gonna check it.
Unless you change your profile, man.
Nah, it's all good. I'll check. All right. Let administrator go. 1 minute.
All right. What I'm gonna say is to the Israeli man, stay safe out there. If you're really in Israel, that's pretty fucked. Sorry, bro. I'll send you 20. But Brandon, man, be like, be too gung ho on the bro. I'm a.
You cannot be talking to people like that in the last statement.
Brandon, bro. Like they not paying you enough to be this in the tank on Trump, bro. Like I'm a Trump supporter, but like, bro, he be doing some dumb shit.
Bro, I'm not in the tank on nothing. I'm in the tank about facts, bro. Like you coming to me and I understand your argument. But my argument is you're okay with Iran getting nukes. I'm not. I got kids and shit to think about. I can't be, bro, low key, even if you act like it doesn't bother you, that shit low key be in the back of your mind. Like,
right, but it's only programming, bro, that makes us think that as soon as they get their hands on one, they're going to use it. Or else they would have already gotten one from someone else that has them.
My thing is this. If they're so good and they're so virtuous, why hasn't someone like Russia or China just tossed them a nuke just for
because they don't want one, bro.
No, they do want one, but I'm telling you, I believe the people around them do not want them to have one either.
Right, they don't have one, bro.
I think they're crazy, but let me tell you this. This is ignorant. Nigga worried about nukes, but not white nationalism.
Let me just say one more thing, and I'll be done, bro. I would say to the Israeli dude, man, like, you guys are so good at every fucking thing. Y'all don't need us, bro. Like, y'all don't need us. Like, this is just for fun, I think, bro. Like, and I'm kind of in alignment on it because I think it's going to ruin our credibility and people are going to walk away from us. And I do want us to isolate. So there is like some mutual, because we need to get out of Israel's way too. And I think they're trying to get us out of the way out there as well. So
I honestly believe that I do want to go to like isolationists. We just focus on our own shit. But I believe there's certain messes that we've made in different places that we're trying to like clean up before we do say, all right, y'all good. Eliminating Iran will stabilize the Middle East because the other countries around Iran, in my opinion, it seems like they just want to make some money and try to make their countries tourist destinations.
Tying up the loose ends is a good way to look at it. I can see that.
That's what I believe. People keep saying I'm in the tank on Trump. Bro, I don't know if you guys lived through 9/11, but I do remember being in the 9th grade, waking up, and on my TV, which I used to leave on all night because I'd be playing video games, first Call of Duty and shit. And there were 2 big ass towers on fire. And I remember having my football game canceled that weekend because of what happened on September 11th. And that was some crazy shit, bro. I'm not trying to live through that twice in my lifetime. So if that means Trump has to go over there, we lose 14 American lives to beat the dog shit out of Iran, I'm cool with it. And if Israel's going to help, cool. When Iran says death to Israel, death to America, they're making us partners. They're saying, I won't smoke with you and I won't smoke with you. And we are obligated to go put belt to ass. And that's what we're doing. So I don't really see how any American has a problem with us addressing a threat. Israel, listen, Iran admitted that they had uranium enriched to 60%. There is no civilian use for uranium enriched to 60%. And they also say death to America. They also say death to Israel. So I understand
why. You skipping the why they would probably do and say those things.
But there's no reason why. I'm not skipping. Okay, I got a
9/11. They said it was because of our involvement in the Middle East, like setting up bases and all that stuff, especially in Saudi Arabia, because the Saudi Arabians are who did it.
So what I'm saying is, if you're saying that, then that means you are admitting that you're using nuclear weapon. You're building a nuke so that you can execute hostilities towards America.
At this point, they should have one at the ready.
And listen, we at this point we've said you won't fucking get one. And if you keep trying to get one, we're gonna do this. We drew a line in the sand. They crossed the line. They are in find out part. They are in the find out section of fuck around and find out. So
yeah, but we only want that because we want them weak enough to be conquered.
Bro, we could conquer them. We could have conqured them. We could conquer them today.
It comes at a great cost.
The United, no.
It comes at a cost, though.
Hold on. No,
it can be done.
It's not going to come at a great cost. Bro, we are annihilating them right now. If the United States put 25,000 troops on the ground right now in Iran, Iran would give minimal resistance. Even during the rescue,
I would love to see that.
Those birds came under fire during the rescue, and the United States annihilated them, bro. Annihilated. And with Israel helping us, it will just be a total rout. So this idea that everything we've said, and that was the start of this. I don't know if you watched the beginning. Everything fucking Tucker Carlson said would happen if we went in and fucked with Iran, None of it happened. So at this point, I'm not believing shit. They said Russia was going to jump in. China was going to jump in. Iran signed defense deals and pacts with Russia and China. All those countries just bitched up. So you think I'm going to believe this thing about, oh, if they invade, then this and that? Iran is beaten, bro. And once those people, like, I don't know if people have been to the third world. I don't trust any third world army. Because mostly what they do is run when you start shooting. Just like the Afghan army. What did they do when the Taliban ran down on them? They ran. They ran. Because they're like, I don't want to die for this shit. Iran is beat, and they need to accept their beat. They already put a deal on the table to stop their nuclear program for 5 years, bro. And when they asked for 20, they said, we got to go back and ask, right? So they're done. They're rolling over. Their belly is showing. It's mission accomplished for America. And right now, 120.
Please.
Go ahead. Correct me. And then, Administrator, you can respond.
Iran is not exactly the third world. I would say it's in the middle. You know, it's not, they are not primitive like in, let's say, Egypt, but still.
Giza, worst place I've
You know, if we are be honest, they have capabilities. They are not. And about what you said about invading there, that's will be a bad idea in terms of to put your foot in there. You know, Iran is a very mountainous country. There is a reason that Iran was almost never conquered in all of history, almost. Okay,
till the
What
Muslims
do you mean by that? I don't understand that. What do you mean Iran was never conquered, Joe?
They were
I
conquered
said
by the
almost,
Muslims.
almost.
No, what do you mean almost? What do you mean by that? Yeah?
They were
I
never.
mean that it's very hard to invade such a big mountainous country. It's literally a fort in terms of geography.
But okay, all right. That's true. But
You know what they say, run to the hills. And the reason they say it because in the hills it's hard to get you and it's hard to hold you.
Was not the Persian Empire defeated?
Yeah, by Alexander the Great.
Yes, but still in multiple times.
Explain what you mean by that, man, because I don't understand what y'all people coming up with.
I will explain to you. Don't worry. I will explain.
So basically what Adam Jones is saying is if Alexander the Great beat him on horseback, the United States could probably beat their ass with conventional weapons.
Not only
Look, I'm not saying that you can't, but it will be a very hard stuff, and still, you know, a lot of empires. It was
when has the
Persia was not conquered many times in history. It was conquered here and there. But
you gotta let them get the freaking words out. Go ahead.
Yes, what I'm trying to tell you that because of their geography, there was not much. Not in many times they were conquered. Okay, maybe Alexander conquered them, Genghis Khan, but in general, not many countries did it. The Turks meant that the Turks didn't do it. Okay, the British didn't manage to do it. The Russian, in the end of the day, didn't manage to do it.
It's not Iraq, right?
What?
It's not Iraq, is what you're saying.
Yes, Iraq is a flat country, and it's also you know, it's multicultural if you think about it, more than Iran.
So what you're saying is you have to
defeat a country anyway.
You have to defeat a country. Exactly. Exactly.
It's kind of a foregone. It's kind of a foregone conclusion because I don't think the United States.
Let me deal with this dude in historical context, man. You saying you have to defeat a country by invading them?
It's not always the case. You know, in this case, you don't need the foot soldiers. The population of Iran is your foot soldiers. You just need to help them to give them guns.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. The Persian Empire conquered Egypt for about 100 years, 200 years, but they didn't defeat Egypt. They didn't defeat Egypt.
What do you mean they conquered Egypt?
Yeah, but they wasn't the ones that broke the back of Egypt though, man.
Actually, they conquered Egypt when they did their conquering. They conquered Egypt.
Okay, but were they the ones that broke the back of Egypt?
They literally conquered them. They literally invaded and conquered.
The only people that broke the back of Egypt was the Greeks, yeah.
No. You had multiple. You had the Assyrians. You had many people conquered Egypt.
The Syrians is Iranians now, man. The Syrians are Iranians, yo. Y'all the same people now.
I'm talking Assyrians. The Assyrians are in
the Assyrians are
the Assyrians started from modern day Iraq, not Iran.
So the Syrians are the same people as the Iranians? Y'all the
No,
same people?
No,
no, they're
I'm talking
not.
about, you know what,
They're
let's
from Iraq.
address
Okay,
them in
that's
their
what I'm
name. They are
telling
called
you, man. That's
Ashurians.
what I'm
Okay,
telling you, man.
I don't know how you
Listen,
call
man.
them in English.
In order to
Bro,
in
I'm
order
trying
to
to tell you, to explain to you something, okay?
but all I'm
Listen,
trying to tell you, in order to
what?
defeat a nation, you ain't gotta conquer the nation, man. All you
I
gotta do
didn't
is
say
hold.
that you need to conquer them. That's what you said.
Yeah, but you're
People
telling
are
me that
speaking.
you're telling me the Iranians was never conquered, and
No, I said that not many times they were not conquered. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that not many times that not many people managed to conquer them. Okay, not
Right
many.
now, right now,
Yeah, he's
in order for us to not
think
invade,
Because
about
we
of
it.
their
needed the
Think about it.
geography.
Think
protests
That's
to
what
about
I'm
it.
work.
trying to tell you,
We
bro.
need the protests to overturn that regime if we're not going
Yes,
to invade.
Do you think
yes,
that
the Protestant, the minorities, the Kurds, the Baluchis, the
And
what's
that's what
the
Mossad tried to get going.
the Pahlavis?
yes.
And then we had the
We are
protests.
trying to
40,000
free.
people got
There
killed.
is
Boom!
90 million
Boom,
people
nigga!
in Iran that need to be freed. No,
But let me ask you a question. I'll ask this to the panel. Do you guys think if the United States, because I already think the IRGC regime is done. I think the damage is too great. And I think that they're trying to save what's left of their regime. But ultimately, I believe that there's already forces within the country that are like threatening the IRGC, right? Do you guys think the civilians will rise up against the IRGC in the event that America is successful in defanging the regime? Because it's almost like America is taking so much away from the regime because they want to destroy the credibility. And once their credibility is gone, they think the people will rise up against them. What do you guys think about that?
I think if you take if you take Hormuz, or in other words, the access to the Persian Gulf, and also if you take the stuff that make their how do I say, the stuff that make their civilian economy go still moving, then the civilians will rise up, and of course you need to arm them, but still, if you do all that, then the Iranian regime will fall.
Okay, what do you think, Administrator?
Yeah, I think that the Iranian people probably not, because I think that 40,000 probably did the trick low key. I think they made the point that this ain't that kind of party. You know, this ain't the 1900s. Y'all not gonna pull that again. So I think that's why I think we would have to invade, and that's why it's going to be a mess, because I think our intelligence and all that, they did a lot of what would be required to get that to happen. And that quelling of the uprising, bro, like that did it. Like, bro, 40K people, bro. That's so
You
yeah,
think
no.
that scared the population? They not fucking around.
Yeah. So that's why Israel needs to go in there and do their Mossad stuff and root it out. It's probably going to be next to impossible, but some people, there's some of the Mossad people in the IRGC.
When I was okay, go ahead, Aunt Jones.
Yeah, I think that don't even matter, man. That's not America's philosophy, man. We come
You
in
faded as hell. You faded. What you drinking?
Drinking that Don Julio.
What are you drinking, bro?
Some Hennessy, yo. But
Nigga,
but
you
that's,
ready? You
that's
ready to get cracking?
that's not America's philosophy, man. America's philosophy, we coming for that oil, man.
Yeah,
That's
I think.
Yo, America is money. Yo, let me tell you something, man. Yeah, that's why I love America, man. Yo, we about that dollar, baby. That dollar bill, man.
All right, man. We put you back on ice until the next question. Bro out there in New York getting faded off of that hen dog.
You know, I want to say just a second something.
I can't finish.
Go ahead. You got 10 seconds, and then it's going to Vigoda.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, bro. Your check bounced.
You might as well pass it.
Go, so man. What you trying to say?
No, you didn't get that money?
I got it. Go ahead.
All right, so let me get a minute, yo. Let me get 2 minutes, yo.
You got 1 minute, yo.
No, I'm just saying, man. We all about that dollar bill, man. You know how we do. You know how we do in America, man. Yo, we trying to cash in and we trying to cash out, baby. You know what I'm saying? We not about that. We not about that bullshit, man.
I'm broke, baby.
Yo, where that money at? Yo, we trying to come get that money, man. Yo, we don't care about that. We don't care about that other crap, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get that money, man. We trying to get that money, man. So we gotta come get that oil. That we gotta use our military to come get that oil. Yo, we done kidnap Maduro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We done killed the Ayatollah. Yo, shout out to the Navy, man. Shout out to the U.S. Navy, man. Shout out to them dudes out there in the U.S. Navy, man. Shout out to them dudes in the, you know what I'm saying, the American military, man. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes is doing the work, man. You know what I'm saying? We coming for that bread, man. We need to eat, man. We like $40 million in debt, man. We gotta recuperate, man. We gotta get some money, man. Yo, we a gangster nation, man. This a gangster nation, man. Yo, we trying to get our money back, man.
All
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
time is up. Time is up, brother. Hey, I nominate Ant for ambassador to fucking Iran whenever the regime falls.
Absolutely,
Go ahead,
they
Pete.
fucking not.
Go ahead, P. Sizzle. Go ahead, P. Sizzle.
So, Brandon, all I'm going to say is no, even if a civil war were to break out, civil uprising were to break out, like even if a puppet leader were to be installed, whether it be because of America or not because of America, this already happened in history with the Shah of Iran. When you steal a country's oil, the people are going to realize that pretty quickly. They're going to revert back to Shia, fanatic, Muslim, Islam-based political leaders.
Did they ever leave that?
As is the case in countries where they're 95% Muslim there and Shia Muslims. This is not something you guys are going to understand living in like a secular democracy like America, but that's how it's going to end up going. And the short-term thinking is going to cost so many lives. And ultimately, it might also end up leading to terrorism happening onshore on America, which no one seems to care about. And beyond that, like some of the speakers keep trying to defend this by saying, oh, we should normalize Middle East relations. Oh, we should be the police of the Middle East. But that's just what they say in order to get you to spend $1.5 trillion in your fiscal budgets. And you cannot equate uranium, the Ayatollah, to Pearl Harbor or 9/11 because the people of Iran or their leaders never ever attacked Trump or America in the first place to get their leader killed and
They
for us
tried
to
to
block,
assassinate him.
for us to block their strait, for us to steal their oil.
That's not true.
Ultimately, Brandon, what we're doing is destroying a country from the outside. And if the shoe were on the other foot and someone was doing the same thing to America, you guys would not be cool about it at all. And you guys would say, colonialism. You guys would say they're stealing our oil, our resources. And it's just like very hypocritical. And when the long-term
we would never say that.
When the long-term effects start kicking in, that's when you guys are going to realize, like, damn, this was a really bad idea, and we just lost 8 years of power to the Democrats.
But the only thing I'm going to push back is where you're like, Iran never went at America. Or do you forgot that just 2 years ago they killed 46 Americans and then kidnapped like 100 more Americans. Like, you guys just forget history. You
That
forgot
does not. That does
you
not.
forget, wait.
Killed
If you
their
say
own
that
people.
you wait, guys. If you say you don't care about it, I get it. But just don't say that they didn't do anything to us. They killed 600 Marines in the barracks at Beirut. That was Iran doing that stuff, bro. So what are you talking about, guys? Come on now. I don't think it was 600. It was less than that, but it was in the hundreds. But dude, Iran has done their dirt. There's no innocent. There's no off-ramp of innocence for Iran. Iran is a world power with a big-time military. They picked a fight with another big-time military. They decided they wanted to go toe-to-toe with the champ. They getting their ass beat. And y'all's, Iran.
But in recent times, we were just trying to negotiate, doing diplomacy, and then we attacked them. They haven't attacked us.
We were paying them
in this modern era.
Yes, they have. They attacked us 2 years ago. So what are you talking about?
We killed their leader just because
they literally attacked us 2 years ago. What are you? That's why Soleimani got killed.
it's like saying.
Oh no, it wasn't.
And Brandon, like I'll also put this into like if you're really Pan-Africanism, like you should know about Gaddafi. How
I don't give a fuck about Gaddafi,
how
bro.
respected of a leader he was in
I don't
Libya
give a fuck
and the
about
reasons
Gaddafi. He's
behind
an
that,
Arab.
where
He's a
basically-
bloodthirsty Arab.
Gaddafi is
Listen, bro. Listen. Hey, let me make it very clear.
Look at
Hold
Libya
on.
Bro,
post
Gaddafi is a sign of
Hold on, let me say this.
Gaddafi,
Peace
and you're
sizzle.
gonna
He's a
realize
Bedouin. You know what is a Bedouin, buddy?
Peace
That's
sizzle.
what
People that they have stuck in human trafficking.
Guys,
Human
silence,
trafficking
guys. Hold on real quick. Guys, listen. I don't care about Gaddafi. Gaddafi was nothing but a bloodthirsty Arab who was manipulating ignorant, corrupt African leaders, attempting to bribe them because he know they'll sell their people out for a damn grain of salt. So he was just a manipulator. And you guys think that slavery in Libya only started when Gaddafi died? They were already doing it. They were already doing it, guys. Slave markets don't just pop up overnight. They were doing it already. He was just covering it up. He was allowing it in certain areas.
Thank you, bro.
So stop with your bullshit.
Thank
Let
you,
me get
man.
this. Blockbuster, thank you. Blockbuster, thank you for the
man.
$1.99 super chat. I appreciate you. Trump is the best president ever. Guys, please don't forget we have a goal. 10 super chats of any value so that we can hit our mark. Help us get there.
Bro.
Yes.
Did you get your money yet?
I got it, yo. Chill with that Hennessy, dog. 'Cause you about to be horny in a minute.
Listen,
You keep drinking that shit, you're gonna be ready to get cracking.
When I'm drinking, get to do my position.
You said what?
All I'm trying to say is,
Hold on,
man,
Ant, hold on. JC, thank you for the $1.99. Iran is in charge of the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. lost. Thank you, JC. That don't make no damn sense, but thank you, my brother. He's one of my favorite viewers. JC again. Israel unalived more than 100K Palestinians. Maybe they did.
First of all, after the 7th of October, that's what they get.
Stop it. That's not nice.
That is not kosher.
No one no one deserves that. The thing with Israel and L, you were about to say
Not after the 7th of October? Come on.
No. Come on, 100,000 people for that.
Look what they did to the hostages.
Nobody cares.
I get that.
We are Americans.
I do
Nobody
care.
cares about Israel.
Wait.
Tell me, what do you think about
I'm an
Romy Gonnett?
American.
You heard about her?
Sizzle.
Kill yourself. Like, kill each other. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Sizzle. Many of the hostages were Americans. So what are you talking about?
Many of the hostages were abused. Look at Romy Gonnett, for example. You know who that is? You know? That is a female that was raped by multiple people, and some of those were Gazan civilians. One of them was a doctor. Okay, when he raped her, he also beat her. Take a bite. He literally beat her like a dog.
So how many more tax dollars should we give then? Like, when will you be happy?
Look, this is what I'm telling you.
In general, most of the Gazans support the 7th of October, so they deserve
Nobody
it.
gives a fuck about some lady getting raped.
Peace sizzle.
Bro, really?
You ain't paying attention,
guys. These guys, look at Vigota. These guys just say anything. This dude is like an incel. He's not getting pussy, so he doesn't understand the seriousness of women getting raped. He's just saying.
Just so you know, I have a cousin that was in the Nova Festival. You know what is the Nova Festival doing the 7th of October? You know
Bro,
what it
I
is?
am American. Like, how many times I have to tell you? Like, I don't care about your cousin. I don't.
Go ahead. What were you saying? Your cousin? What now?
My cousin was in the Nova Festival. She was in the. You know what is the Nova Festival?
No.
The festival during the 7th of October, besides butchering people in our villages, there was a festival, a hippie festival called the Nova Festival, and a lot of the hostages and the people that were unalived brutally were from that festival. The Hamas terrorists raided on the festival, and they did the most horrible stuff to the hostages.
Over
they
here
took
was
out the
called
hostages from there.
Over here was called a concert. They said it was just a concert.
It's called the Nova.
Okay.
And like I said, my cousin was in that festival, and she barely made it alive from there.
What I'll tell
She
you,
literally ran for her life.
what I'll say
She's
is
still
this.
traumatized from that
dude,
stuff.
How is this dude talking about he's American?
No, chill.
What?
He's American. No, he talking about pieces. Here's the thing, guys. The festival, the concert, man, Israel will do shit. but they're going to go after Hamas, and which is like an army. These Hamas dudes went after a purely civilian event, bro. Like, there were no soldiers there at that event. They targeted civilians. You guys can't be preaching for, like, people who target civilians. If you're going to call yourself a military and you're going to have nukes and bombs, you got to use that against other military assets. You can't just be using shit on civilians and then being like, well, yeah, we did that because of this. And that's one of my biggest issues with the UN, because the UN will condemn America or Israel talking about human rights violations, but then they'll sit up. What has the UN said about Iran killing 40,000 people? Nothing at all. Like it didn't even happen. Go ahead, Ant. What's up, man?
Listen to me.
We're going to L.
Ant,
you got 30 seconds, bro.
Listen to me, man. I don't know how old y'all dudes are, man, but listen to me, man.
This nigga cooked.
Nobody's a civilian, man.
Okay, Ant, thank you. You're faded, bro. I'm not. You're done.
I can add something to what I said earlier.
You can add 30.
Listen, I forgot to say that there was a lot of civilians, Gazan civilians, that also took a part in the 7th of October after the Hamas conquered the small bases that you had next to the border. A lot of civilians joined them into the raid, into the invasion. And, let me remind you, the people that abducted the Bibas family were Gazan civilians, and I hope I don't need to tell you who those are.
The biggest
a lot of civilians
they broke out of their cage.
And did a lot of sick stuff to our people.
They broke out of their cage.
So the Gazans can go to hell. And in general, you saw during the second ceasefire, you saw them parading the Bibas family, the corpses of the Bibas family, a young mother and 2 babies, that they unalived brutally in captivity. They paraded their bodies, and they behaved like it's a football match, like they watching football, and they cheered, and also they vandalized their pictures, and tens of thousands of guys and civilians cheered for a young mother, bodies of young mother and 2 babies. Okay, so to hell with the Gazan civilians. Okay, in general, so many stuff to say about them. From what I saw again and again,
hold on.
Enough is enough of those sickos. To hell with them.
Okay, so he's okay. Okay, so we get you, Vigota. They did a lot of stuff to your people. We do sympathize. Our heart goes out. Like me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm never gonna take any Hamas or Iran side over Israel, for the simple fact, if you just do the history of Hamas, what is everyone saying? What do all these little ignorant ass college students say? Oh, they need a 2-state solution. The minute I found out that Israel has offered Hamas a 2-state solution 9 times and Hamas has rejected it just on the basis that they want to destroy Israel, I'm done with Palestine. I'm done with Gaza. They don't want. When Yasser Arafat was in charge, things were peaceful between Israel and the people in the Gaza Strip, and they were negotiating multiple times a year. Once those people
not exactly,
voted,
but whatever.
Well, here's the thing: when Yasser Arafat died, those people voted for Hamas.
Yasser Arafat was a terrorist.
Well, he was, but then he kind of went more. He was less terroristic when he first started. Like in the 70s, he was pretty bad. But when he got older in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, he got a little bit better. Then he just died in 2004.
He managed to hide what he managed to hide.
Well, listen, you're coming from that position as an Israeli. I'm going to come from a more middle of the road position as someone who is not emotionally attached to the situation. Yasser Arafat was a lot better than what you got now. Let's just agree on that. So Hamas took over Gaza, and they started just basically, and they ran in elections, and they were elected. And basically their election.
Then they butchered their position.
They killed all the dudes in the what was it called? The PLF or the P, what was it called?
It's called the PLO, whatever.
PLO,
it's basically, right? They unalived the opposition, but the PLO is also a support of terrorism.
Okay.
They all, to be honest, all the Palestinian identity is basically racism and terrorism.
Well, here's the thing. What I'll say about Yasser. The problem I have with Yasser Arafat is when he was offered a two-state solution where they would be able to take over Gaza, they would be able to take over the West Bank, and after several years that Israel would give
Judea
them
and Samaria, not West Bank.
Well, Judea and Samaria, and over years, they would give them more land over the years, right? Yasser Arafat basically was like, no Arab. He said the Arab that will assign that agreement hasn't been born yet. So Israel offered two-state solution, and in my opinion, it was a very generous offer. But those guys are beholden to ancient beef that is really no longer relevant, and they're kind of like, we don't care. Even if you give us a two-state solution, we're still going to fight you. So when the college student in America says we need a two-state solution, they don't realize that the people they're celebrating and fighting for, they've rejected two-state solution dozens of times.
Because they want to take us out. They want to conquer us. They want to conquer us.
Can I give my opinion, please?
I'm going to give it to you right. I'm going to let you do it. But what I'm saying about this is I don't really have a dog in the fight. Israel's there, whatever. At this point, it's almost like you're telling someone they can't fight for their own survival. And that's not right to do. And Israel is not like we want to eradicate Muslim countries. There's 57 Muslim countries and one Israel. How you telling me that 57 Muslim countries are terrified to death and Israel going to do something to them? Israel can't beat all those countries in a war. All those countries have ballistic missiles. Some of those countries have nukes. Pakistan even has nukes, and they can use them. So I feel like just let Israel do their thing. Offer Hamas or Palestinians the solution. They don't want to take it. No other Muslim country is bringing Palestinians into their country, because as soon as they get in, they do shit like what they did in Lebanon and what they did in Jordan and what they did in like every country, which is like do terrorism, start a civil war, and try to overthrow the government. So
yes, because they are a hate group. It's nothing more than a hate group.
Israel is a conquer project from the beginning.
No, it's not. It's not a conquer project, because in that region there was no country there.
Project?
There was no country there. There was
it's not about the national political sovereignty thing. It's about the land that was under the people's feet that got removed from them.
But
that's what it takes.
Not their land.
If you listen,
the land that you're talking about is Jewish land.
Why do people that live somewhere get displaced to another place?
Listen, if you know history,
they don't have history in our land. Okay,
hold on, guys.
It was never their land.
Hold on.
History.
If you look at the history, there have always been Jews living in that land. There always have been Palestinians and Jews living in that land.
Actually, no. There was never a country or a nation called Palestine.
I didn't see. Whoa, wait, Vigoda. I never said there was a country called Palestine. I literally said a few seconds ago there was never a country called Palestine. In that region, there were Palestinians living there, and there were Jewish people living in that region for like 1,000 years.
No, not
there were.
The majority of the Arabs that call themselves Palestinians, they migrated in the end of the Ottoman period and in the British period. But they migrated for work.
But we said historically, and if you talk about historically, those tribes were nomadic. They were walking all over that fucking land. I know my history about the Middle East,
Jews,
bro.
According to the Bible.
Yes,
everyone was.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to tell you is those tribes were nomadic. So no one can say
tribes?
Majority of the tribes around there.
Everybody.
The Jews wandered around for 40 years in the desert.
You guys wandered around for 40 years in the desert.
Yeah, but that wasn't nomadic, because they did establish the Kingdom of Israel and all that stuff. So they weren't
technically
nomadic.
Back then, Palestine is everybody, including Jews.
That?
What I'm telling you is this: the Arabs were always nomads, bro. So when someone comes in and says, "Well,
Not
this
always,
was the country,"
but never mind.
Well, for a long ass time, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. The Arabs were nomadic for a very long time. So when someone says, "Well, you took their land," what part was their land? They were wandering all over the place. So if that's the case, they could claim any country in the Middle East at that point, because they wandered all over it. So you can't say Jews took their land. Jews came there and established a country in that region. But that's much to me, that's much like what America did with the Indians. And that's always been the rules of the world. If you come in and you have superior force and you also are there developing and making progress in that area, why would you turn that over to someone who's not going to do shit with it but wander around with goats all day?
Yeah,
that's my
Yeah,
question.
Israel's success brought in a lot of Arabs.
Something. The reason that Arabs are called Arabs, it's because they are from a geographic area called the Arab Peninsula. Okay, basically most of it's modern day Saudi Arabia. Okay, so they are not from the area that I'm from in the Middle East. Okay, so they are colonizers. They are literally colonizers. Okay.
But
so the
I
next
would
time
say
Arab tells you
Lebanon.
that Iraq and Syria are there, or Israel, it's his land, remind him that he's a colonizer and he is originally from Yemen and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. So here's the thing: a bunch of countries let Israel go back to their homeland. There's other people who always been there. People don't understand that the Levant is an area that you have to cross through to get to Egypt. In ancient times, trade routes went straight through the Levant to get to Egypt. Why do you think every country that conquered Egypt had to conquer Israel first? Babylonians, Assyrians, Mesopotamians, Israel was getting their ass whooped a lot throughout history because they were just right on the path to going to Egypt, which was one of the world powers at that time. So
yes, Israel is a bridge.
It's been a rough place to. It's a very hard place to defend throughout history. All I'm saying is, if you offer somebody a solution multiple times and they refuse to take it, you shouldn't be beholden to let them throw shots at you and you don't get to do anything back. Those countries are letting terrorist groups run their diplomacy.
But Zionism wasn't going to let those borders stick.
What do you mean? The borders have been the same. What are you talking about?
Zionist, bro, they're putting villages and stuff in the Arabs' lands right now. Like, so what I'm saying is eventually that two states wouldn't have.
You know what is a Zionism? You know what is Zionism even?
It was never going to last, bro.
Bro, you know what is Zionism? You know,
Zionism is not giving away Gaza and the West Bank. That's not.
It's basic rights for Jews. It's the right of self-determination for Jews. That is what Zionism, not more, not less.
Right.
Listen.
So what I'm saying is, when the two states would be established, they would still consider this a hostile nation, and they would have annexed it back and forth and stuff anyway.
No, you can't.
Like, they hate each other. They hate each other. They hate each other. The two-state solution was never gonna work, bro. Like, this has to happen. Like Israel or the Arab Gazans and West Bank people or whatever. Like, one of them has to win, bro. Like,
Israel and Uganda.
I agree.
Honest. I prefer for Israel to win.
Right, but we shouldn't either. We demonize both of them or none of them, because each side wants us to demonize the other the most.
I'm not gonna demonize. I'm not gonna demonize.
Look what they did. Look what they do to gays.
Well,
I think in terms of morality,
both y'all do stuff, bro.
What you're saying is gonna fall on deaf ears because people are thinking that they didn't do it to us, so they don't care. But what I'm saying is this: I'm looking at what you did with what you had. Those people in that area didn't do shit with this land. Israel came, they made it a prosperous place. It's a safe place to live for people of all different races, ethnic groups, and all that stuff. Syria, you know what they're doing. Jordan, they're okay. I had a dude who was I just talked to a dude who was an Uber driver from Jordan. He's been here for 10 years. I asked him, what do you think about the conflict? He said he doesn't really care for the Israelis that much, but he says that Hamas and the Palestinians, they're not good people. He said he would rather be neighbors to Israel than be neighbors to an established Palestinian state. So that's what my Uber driver from Jordan said. So a lot of people have this sentiment. A lot of Muslims feel this way, but they just don't say it publicly, bro. Everywhere the Palestinians go, they start chaos. They start wars, civil war. They did it in Lebanon. How do you think Hezbollah basically took over the damn government?
I mean, they can say that about black people.
They did it but look,
bro,
they did
to
it
compare
in Jordan.
Your population to the Palestinians, it's sad, bro.
Well, Palestinians also hate blacks, so you could bring blacks up all you want. They literally treat blacks like shit in the Gaza Strip. Jordan.
Yeah, they're just. I'm just saying that they're both doing heinous things to keep or get that land. Is all I'm saying. So like to hell with both of them. They're all going to
No,
burn.
we didn't do any heinous
Can I give my
things. Okay.
position?
Because I never got a chance.
Look what they did to us.
It's
Look what they
L's
did to
turn.
the Bibas family. They unalived babies.
Okay.
For God's sake,
L.
look what they did to the population here.
Okay, L gets his chance. Go ahead, L.
I appreciate it, Brandon. First thing I want to talk about is V to God, or whatever your name is. You have to have some empathy. Just because they did all those murders on January 11th or whatever day doesn't mean that you should advocate for the genocide of a whole people, because by your defense, from my moral perspective,
I didn't say that.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure, because you said hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. Doesn't matter if they all die because of what they did. And I'm just saying that's not like a
You
moral.
do realize there are
position to have.
Palestinians
I want
that
to
live
put
Hold on,
stuff in
hold
a
on real
place.
quick.
I will wait after you.
Okay, yeah. But you guys do realize there are Palestinians that live in Israel and work in Israel, even in the Israeli army. So I don't think
I
they're
know
just
there
like,
are.
let's
So
genocide
that's why I
Palestinians.
just wanted him to.
And a lot of them hated the Gazans even more than me.
Okay, yeah, but I'm just saying.
It's like black folks
100,000
versus
people.
niggas.
I don't believe in that
No,
concept. But
come on.
anyway, so back to my opinion. I was just stating that you have to be a little bit more, like, less war hungry about it, and you have to come from a rational perspective. In America, we don't. It's facts before feelings, for starters, and when it comes to this war, as long as we can get a good deal out of it, it would make sense. But the big problem is that no one in this panel has given a solution that made sense. When P was up here, he gave his solution saying that if we go in and bring in a puppet regime, like, it's just going to redo a repeated cycle. And if we don't do anything at the same time, that's not going to fix the problem either. But as long as we're all in the situation, we have a seat at the table for the deal. So
I have a solution. Literally just let Pahlavi take back over. I would just install bro as the leader and be like, you're going to hold elections in 10 years and then do it like that.
But
And
who is
everybody
he
who's
and what
not-
do we know about
I
him?
can react to what he said.
Are we going to make it a democracy? Like, what is...
You can
like,
make it a republic. You can make
I
it a
can
representative.
react to what he said.
We'll let you react.
Yes,
Just one
yes,
second.
yes.
Go ahead, Vigoda.
Okay. Well, it's almost 2 in the morning, so I need to go. So this will be my piece. Okay. First of all, I'm sorry that I cut you off a lot of times. Okay. The stuff about Gaza and the 7th of October. It's very deep.
Yeah,
for
we
me,
know
okay?
you guys' whole
Emotional
life
for
is
me.
based around this.
Not all lives, but I have a cousin that is traumatized. I have
But you
literally
guys
got
are
missiles
very.
from them. I
You
saw the
guys have
horrors.
this.
I saw what they did to the hostages.
You guys
And
have this very
from the
like
stuff I wanted-
people want to
from
get
the stuff-
Israel type mindset.
What?
You guys have this very like people want to get Israel mindset. It's kind of like you guys are in that.
After the 7th of October, a lot of people here are traumatized from them. Everybody here has in some degree trauma.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
a lot of people
post-trauma.
everywhere who has a lot of trauma.
I was about to say.
No. After what they did, we have trauma. We are traumatized. And listen, I'm not saying to unalive all of the Gazans, okay? But after what they did, they cannot be our neighbors anymore. They need to go.
Where are they going
We
to go?
need to make them leave.
Where are they going
Where
to
are
go?
they going to go?
We need to open up Gaza and make them migrate out of there. We need
Where are
to.
they going to go?
kick them
Nobody
out.
wants
Where are
them.
they going to go? You can't force them into another person's country.
Can't come here.
First of all, don't be sure that we can't. Yes, like somebody in the USA said, yes, we can. Okay, and like I said, after what they did, they cannot be our neighbors. If somebody,
that is
excuse
just
my language,
irrational.
raped your daughter,
I believe that's
he needs
irrational.
to stay away from her. No,
Well,
even
it's
if
very,
he
it's
even
very
if he finish
unlikely.
his sentence, then he cannot be next to your daughter.
Vigoda, you it's very unlikely that the Gazans are going to be driven out of the Gazan Strip. Nobody wants them in their country. So you guys are either going to have to like There's really not.
them, become demons, and
No,
then
I would
watch
say
that demon
become.
feed on
I
your
wouldn't
flesh.
say
We will see.
genocide them. I would
We're
say
not going to genocide them.
you guys should let the this is what I think. I think you should take the peaceful part of the population and you should say, look, we're gonna do a one-time only allowance for you guys to come into Israel. Anybody who stays in this shithole is getting bombed into oblivion. And just do it like that. Just do it like that, dude. Let the women and
majority of
children.
them support the 7th of October, and it's part of their all the stuff that they did is part of who they are. Okay.
But what are the
We need to
women and
get rid
children?
of
But what
them.
are the women and children gonna do? They're not gonna freaking start a
So what
terrorist
you're going to
cell.
do is you're going to take the women
kids
and
are going to grow
children,
up to be
but
monsters
you're going to
like
keep
their parents.
like
And the
everyone
women,
13 and
What?
above.
women took part of enslaving the hostages. To remind you that you had the women,
This man
So,
said
the
the
so they
women,
need
children are
to
some
gonna
of
stop
the
grow.
women took part of brainwashing their kids to be like their and to be like the Hamas.
So why don't you guys just say, hell, this is your country, whatever, and you guys do what you want to
No,
do
we
with
cannot
it.
have this. They will attack us and they will abuse us again and again. We
But
cannot
I'll
have
tell
them
you
But
one
why can you
thing.
not brainwash them?
Wait, I'll tell you this. No, hold on.
What?
Vigoda, what I'll tell you is this too. You saying what you said, but there's evidence that Netanyahu and them boys knew that they were planning an attack on October 7th, and they didn't do anything about it. There's
Netanyahu.
there's solid
I will
evidence
address
that proves
this.
that.
Netanyahu, look, he heard a lot of stuff, and he failed in the 7th of October. But okay, after this war is finished, he should go to hell.
But there's reliable sources that say he allowed it to happen and have an excuse to go in and bomb Gaza.
No, that's bullshit.
No,
but that's
No.
He didn't do it. He didn't
There's
let it happen
credible
on purpose.
evidence that says they warned him
Where?
that
Where
Hamas
exactly?
I'll
Where
pull it up.
exactly?
I'll pull it up.
Let me guess from TikTok.
No, I don't.
No,
go
why
to TikTok.
must you be so demeaning?
What?
I mean, people can say whatever to me. It doesn't matter because.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean your information does not come from TikTok.
No, I'm gonna, bro. Listen, with that type of stuff, you don't even respond to it. You just pull up your facts and let them squirm. Right here, the BBC, not TikTok.
The BBC is filled with.
Don't start, because when the BBC's on your side, you ain't got a problem with them. Yes, Israeli
BBC
Prime
is,
Minister.
not
Yes,
a
I'm
good
gonna read
source.
this. Yes, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu received multiple intelligence warnings regarding potential violence from Gaza in months and days leading up to the October 7, 2023 attacks. While he has denied seeing specific reports suggest warnings, including intelligence on Hamas plans, warnings from Egypt, and advisories from security leaders regarding imminent war. You cannot sit here with your Israeli butt and tell me that with the level of security and surveillance that Israel has, that is the best in the world, even the United States uses them for surveillance, you guys had no clue that there was a possibility that Hamas was going to do something. You guys have spies within Gaza. You have spies in Hamas. You have spies in Egypt, in Iran, in Hezbollah, who are high ranking, who inform you when there's something coming on. Bro, you have to just be real.
I can react to this.
Hold on. There are many things I'll take your side on. I'm a fair dealer. But you have to admit, Netanyahu is letting shit happen so he can have an excuse to go in and whoop ass in Gaza, bro. Like, it's okay to admit it on here. I'm not going to judge you because shit has to be done. But you can't just say, oh, we had no clue. Go ahead.
I can react to this. Listen, even in World War II, people in Britain said that there is multiple signs that that the Germans are going to do this and that, but it was ignored. And the same thing here. A lot of people said that there is going to be bad stuff with them, but we didn't believe that they will try to do something like this.
No, I believe we knew it was going to
level up Gaza.
I believe we let it happen too. Like even in World War II, we were letting shit happen. So that would somebody said,
but now we are awake.
Boost morale of the country.
Somebody said that wasn't from the BBC. I literally pulled up the article.
Yeah, in case the BBC is a bad information and there's a lot of racist in Islam.
What is the
Man,
best
stop
place?
it. Stop it.
There's
Stop it. Stop it. Plenty of Jewish people live in UK. Nothing's happening to them.
So-
Stop yourself.
so. In any
But,
case, I need to look. I need to go. So
We'll talk
It
to you
was
later. You're more than
wonderful.
welcome to come back anytime.
yeah,
Thank you for
bro.
jumping up
Have
here
a
and
wonderful
giving your
time,
thoughts.
and thank you for having me.
Have a good night, man. Peace. Yeah. Nah, guys, like I'm not like people think like Brandon sold out for Israel. No, I'm a whole Israeli people accountable too. That's fucking how I got demonetized the first time. Because they didn't like that I was keeping it real with them about the Kawhi Leonard and no, actually I didn't. It was not them. It was actually black women who got me demonetized. I can't put that on them. But honestly, I don't care if you're Israeli or what. If you up here lying, we know Netanyahu knew October 7th was coming. We know that for a fact. There were multiple sources that reported that. He let it happen. And at this point, he is looking for a reason to fuck up the Gazans, right? He knew it. But guess what? The Gazans, the Hamas, they're giving him all the fuel he needs. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I'm just saying, if you keep poking the fucking bear, don't get mad when the bear bites you on the fucking ass. And that, to me, is what Hamas is doing. They're picking a fight they can't win, and then they're trying to use it for, like, rage bait for people feeling sorry for them. And it's like, nah, that ain't going to work. I think we should stay out of it. But if you're going to stay out of it totally. Stay out, even when Hamas is getting their ass whooped, stay out of it. If they're getting genocided, do like administrator said, stay out of it. But everyone knows we're not going to do that. So stop talking about stay out of it, stay out of it. You only want somebody to stay out of it when Israel is on the winning end or when Israel maybe is under threat of losing. But then you're
That's not true.
no, this is true. People are telling people to stay out of the Iran-Israel conflict, but people is telling the United States to intervene when Israel was bombing Gaza. So that is true.
That is true.
Okay, so let people, if they start shit, let them deal with it.
But my
Hamas
problem
attacked,
is,
let them get their ass kicked.
we don't need to intervene in everybody's business.
We don't need to intervene in anybody's business.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, what makes Israel different from, let's say, a country in Africa? Like, why not go into Nigeria, which I think they're going to do next?
They're already in Nigeria. United
Like
States
boots
is
on the
already
ground.
boots on the ground. United States
Are we
is already
bombing
boots on the
people
ground.
though? Like we're doing?
We
that
did
all
bomb.
the
We
time?
did bomb a bunch of terrorists just a couple months ago in Nigeria. Man, y'all ain't up on game.
I'm not up on game, bruv.
Y'all not up on game, bro. Y'all got to get up on game, homie. Like,
I'm uneducated.
well, you might have went to a public school.
I didn't even go to school, bro.
It shows.
Yeah, I know. I can't help it.
Yeah, 200 U.S. troops are right now in Nigeria, on the ground, shooting shit.
So we need to be thinking about Nigeria and getting the resources.
Yeah, let's still. I say we take over all Nigeria's resources. I think
Yes.
Tinubu is totally corrupt. I believe he's a Muslim extremist apologist, and I think he's purposely allowing Muslim radical groups to come into Nigeria and take advantage of Christians.
And I think how they do it is they're saying that the people are coming from across the Sahel, and they're like the terrorist people are like migratory people that cross in and out of the Sahel.
They're coming from the north of Nigeria, and they flee into the Sahel when Nigerian forces go after them, which is never, because Nigeria has fighter jets, could easily go wipe those terrorists out, but they refuse to do it. Nigeria has a functional army with high-tech weaponry, way more high-tech than anything those terrorists have. They're not doing anything because Tinubu doesn't want to do anything. The more Christians get killed in that country, the more Muslims continue to hold on to power. Let's be real. Let's be honest about it. American public schools are not trash. I mean, some are. But yeah, American public schools are trash, but it ain't about the school. It's about the parents and the student. Your kid can go to, I could put my kid in any school. She's going to do well because she has the support of her parents. Do your homework. You need some help with that? Come over here. Let me see what you're talking about. Now, those words right there could get any kid to Harvard. But you know what we do? Mama got to have a life too. I'm going to the club. Ooh, girl, I'm about to go get drunk at the bar. We ain't got time. We ain't got no time for the kids. But final thoughts, L. I'll give you one last minute to close out. You got the floor.
Yeah, so I guess like my ultimate thing is we have to really understand why we're going and we're picking and choosing what wars we're going to go into. The world is a lot bigger than it is, and we really need to look at that, evaluate it, and take advantage of it best we can. So that's basically all I have to say. Morally, I have no position on it, but from a business perspective, there's always opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Cheers, mate. Have a great day. Peace. Guys, we're coming back later on today just because I feel like doing that. Thank y'all so much for watching this. Till the next time, have a beautiful night. All that good stuff. Peace.